and a 5.3-liter V8 engine, so you're both comfortable and in command. Stop by and drive one home today, or shop now at SoCalChevy.com. Based on S&P Global Mobility new retail registrations using large pickup segmentation. Call 844-55-CHEVY or see dealer for details.
Another pitch, another play, and another legendary moment with the boys in blue. But what makes the game even better? A beer that's beyond ordinary. Asahi Super Dry. With its crisp, clean taste and bold character, Asahi goes beyond what you expect in a beer. It's a drink for those who crave more. So whether you're cheering for a walk-off or just exploring new experiences, grab an Asahi Super Dry and go beyond the...
Here we are, Arlington, Texas. This is the Graham Slam Burger. So 2 patties, brisket, caramelized onion, American cheese, ranch aioli, or ranch mayo, if you will.
Oh yeah, we're in Texas.
Yeah.
It's something that you definitely want to take a picture of and just put on the gram. I took a bite of it, but it still looks dope.
It's a burger that looks great, but also delicious.
So these is MLB Network Talent Stars.
Okay.
The stars of MLB Network. Can I trade a pack of these for a signed Lawrence Shahadi card?
How about we do a little bit of both? Money, a little trade.
Will you open it up and see if you like it?
They're really nice.
If I sign it, does that equal the Lawrence Shahadi 20?
All right.
Do we have a good trade?
We have a good trade. Thank you so much. That was fun.
Nice doing business with you.
It's an engagement of endearment.
This is High and Tight.
The Dodgers are closing out this series in San Diego, and we're joined right now by Dodger catcher Dalton Rushing. Rushing, thanks a lot for the time. Appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's good to be here, David.
Surprisingly, you're more awake than most of your teammates this early in the day.
Yeah, got to wake up. It's a day game. Got to be ready.
Hey, what's the experience been like for you so far? You've gotten your feet wet. Have you found a routine in this new role of not playing every day?
Yeah, it's coming along. It's starting to figure some things out and understand what I have to do to stay ready. I haven't obviously perfected it to this point, and haven't done exactly what I would like to do or what I think I could do to help the team. But yeah, that's part of it. It's part of this journey. It's part of getting your feet wet, like you said, and being able to understand your role.
It's not easy playing just twice a week. Everybody thinks you just show up and you're fresh and ready to go, but it's a bigger challenge than what some would expect.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough to catch a groove, but like I said, that's it's my role, and it's something that I personally have to figure out to whatever I have to do to help the team, and that's something that we're kind of getting on right now.
To make it to the major leagues, you obviously had to do something right, and the Dodgers valued it. Is there any point in time in your baseball life where you were a backup and not playing every day and being the guy?
No, not to this point, obviously, until now. So yeah, that's kind of the adjustment that we're trying to make, and yeah, moving forward, like I said, whatever I have to do to stay ready, to be ready to help the team, just do my part. I'm going to be willing to do it.
Dalton Rushing is our guest in front of first pitch between the Dodgers and Padres. This is your first taste of being part of the team in this type of atmosphere. What's it been like for the first 2 games, even the night that you were not starting?
Yeah, it's cool. It's something that you obviously dream about. When you put your head down on the pillow at night, you want to play in these atmospheres. You want the fans to be this active every single game. It's a blessing playing in LA because you get this atmosphere most of the time. So you become accustomed to the crowd. You become accustomed to the way that they act, the way that they show emotion to the players on off the field. And yeah, like I said, I think it's pretty special getting to see it in San Diego, a division rival right now, a team that we're going to see down the stretch, we're going to see throughout the year, and I think it's really good for me to be able to see it early on in my career.
All right, take us behind the plate. Being a rookie, being new to the league, what's it been like?
I believe this one's it's a rookie card, I know, but I feel like it's the first card that I ever, like, big league card. Obviously, as a kid, trying to get to the big leagues, the dream of making it, but as a kid that had cards, right, as a kid, this is like seeing your card the first time is pretty cool. So that's pretty powerful when you see that card.
Do you guys make your own brisket here?
Yes, we do. We are known by our brisket.
Barbecue brisket sandwich. Quality is better than other places, and it looks good. We're ready to eat.
We go to an average 500 briskets per game. We hear a lot from our fans. They want to try something with wrap, easy to eat. So we say, well, let's do like a brisket, wrap, and an egg roll.
That's beautiful. You get the gold medal for culinary brisketry here in Texas.
Yes.
A team right next door.
Yeah, it's good. It's a lot to do. Keeps you busy on off days. Keeps you busy on day games when you get a little afternoon to go do something, explore the city a little bit. Like I said, haven't got to see any Thunder games, but them being as good as they are, it would obviously be really good time to go watch them.
Well, that's in the past. Yeah. LA's in your future. We'll go to a Laker game together.
Yeah, I would love to do that. Let's go do that.
Awesome. There he is, the man, Dalton Rushing. Dalton Rushing will receive a pair of Canon World's Best Polarized Sunglasses. Canon's lenses are clearer, lighter, and stronger than other lenses and are nearly impossible to scratch. Visit Canon.com for your pair. Tim, we'll send it back to you.
Dalton Rushing having a good start here in the big leagues as he plays behind the plate when Will Smith gets days off. Will Smith back in the lineup today for the Dodgers. Dodgers baseball brought to you by Shakey's Pizza Parlor, the official pizza partner of the Dodgers audio broadcast. When it's game day, it's group day at Shakey's.com. We lead you up to first pitch on this Wednesday. Up next, we'll dive deeper into this pitching matchup. Don't go anywhere. I'm Tim Cates, this is the world champion Los Angeles Dodgers Audio Network.
When you want Dodgers, the only home is AM 570 LA Sports.
I can afford to follow my dreams.
I can afford to do whatever I put my mind to.
I can afford college.
Start your future at a California community college. Financial aid is available to help with tuition, books, and sometimes even the rent.
I can afford to invest in myself and my future.
It's time to take the next big step. Classes can fill up quickly, so enroll today at icangotocollege.com.
It's time for Dodgers baseball with Tito's Handmade Vodka. Which means it's time to grab an ice-cold Tito's and lemonade and cheer on our boys with a cocktail that bats 1,000. This season, paint the town blue with Tito's, America's favorite vodka for America's favorite pastime. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
When it's game on, it's time for Shakey's Pizza, Chicken, and Mojo's. The triple play of flavor. With meal deal packages to feed any size group. Everyone loves Shakey's classic thin crust pizza, golden fried chicken, and crispy Mojo potatoes. Get it to go at Shakey's.com or watch the game at your local Shakey's with an ice cold pitcher of beer, piping hot pizza, and a mountain of Mojos. Share the good times at Shakey's today.
Hey, it's David Vassay. Now is the time to make sure your home is primed for the season with heating products by Navien. We know Navien tankless water heaters gives us endless hot water and big savings. Navien also makes high-efficiency products that deliver comfort in the form of heat to every corner of your home. Now Navien is taking comfort to the next level by introducing a hydro furnace that provides even high-efficiency forced air heat powered by the same proven technology as their water heating products. Visit NavienInc.com/Dodgers.
This is Morongo Casino Dodgers on deck. On your home for LA Dodgers baseball.
Dodgers and Padres, final game of this 3-game series. They'll square off next week at Dodger Stadium for 7 matchups in 11 days between the Dodgers and Padres after they didn't face each other for the first 66 games of the season. Dodgers won the series opener and extra innings on Monday night. Padres came back with the blowout win last night. Rubber game of this 3-game set coming up at 1:10.
And now, before the Dodgers hit the diamond, we look at the pitching matchup.
Presented by your Southern California Toyota dealers. Work hard and play hard in a new Tacoma with an iForce turbocharged engine. It's a truck built for the bold. See your Toyota dealer today. They make it easy. Randy Vasquez on the mound for the Padres. 3-4, the 3.69 ERA. 26-year-old right-hander. Third season in the big leagues. Came up with the Yankees in 23. Was with the Padres since last season. Making his 14th start this year. Last time out, 4 2/3 innings. No runs, 2 hits, 2 strikeouts, 4 walks. But a no decision against the Brewers. He's got an 0-1 record with an ERA of 4.26 and 14 strikeouts in his last 4 games. This is his first time facing the Dodgers as a starter. Ben Kasparius gets the start for the Dodgers. You heard Dave Roberts talk about it earlier. David Vassay was on with us and furthered that conversation that the runway is now open for Ben Kasparius to lengthen out as a starter again, which he came up as a starter after he got drafted out of UConn in 2021, a 5th-round pick then. The 26-year-old right-hander, 4-1 with the 2.93 ERA in the big leagues this year, making his second start, 22nd appearance. Last time out, pitched in relief in St. Louis on Saturday, gave up the couple runs in the 1 inning to work, 5 hits, and took the loss. His only other start this year was a 4 innings of 1-hit ball against Miami, where he gave up a run and struck out 5 in the same game, getting the win, his 4th of the year. Ben Kasparius, Randy Vasquez, Dodgers, Padres. We're 15 minutes away from first pitch. Keys to the game are next. I'm Tim Cates, and this is the world champion Los Angeles Dodgers Audio Network.
LA's best sports star.
That's a good endorsement there.
AM 570 LA Sports.
Take me out to Morongo, where I can watch all the games, with thousands of slot machines and blackjack and big screen TVs from the front to the back. So just grab a seat at the sideline. You won't miss a play when you go, 'cause the good times are only right here at Morongo.
With the weather heating up and summer around the corner, the official grilling season is upon us, and nobody does it better than Hoppy Hot Dogs. Just like the boys in blue have a complete roster, Hoppy has an all-star roster with their top-quality beef franks, bacon-wrapped hot dogs, and natural casing beef frankfurter.
Hoppy Hot Dogs have been delivering great taste and quality to Angelinos for nearly 100 years. Get ready for the next game by picking up your favorite Hoppy Hot Dogs from your local grocer or visiting hoppybrand.com to find the location nearest you.
I try to get a lot of stuff done before the game because I actually enjoy watching the games. We want to make sure that all the players are out there in the uniforms and they're clean, there's no spots or anything, and they have all their equipment and everything else.
We all pick each other up and we have each other's back. We all do different duties, but yeah, we all work together pretty well.
They're part of the team, you know, it's just like another teammate.
A lot of baseball fans have some familiarity with the T206 American Tobacco card set. Of course, features the famous Hannes Wagner card. What we have here are 3 cards from the lesser-known T205 set, which really was a successor to T206. T206 came out in 1909. These 3 cards, as part of the T205 set, came out in 1911.
He has showed up in this series. He is 5 for 10 with 6 RBIs. The Dodgers on the other month of June, he has gone a season-high 8 straight games without a home run, and Freddie Freeman is still searching a little bit at the plate.
Yeah, and I think with Ohtani, to begin with, to me, he looks just over-anxious. They're trying to hit the balls, pulling off it a little bit more. He is so strong that he can hit the ball out of the ballpark in any direction. So think more up the middle, and I think the Dodgers have to think really strikes. Where's the strike zone? Yesterday was a little mysterious as far as the strike zone. Looking at Randy Vasquez, while he has struck out 37, he's also walked 34. That tells me right away, look, make him throw strikes and do it early. Vasquez, who came over as part of that deal with Juan Soto with the Yankees last year, his velocity has actually dropped since he has come over here by a couple of miles an hour. It doesn't sound like it's that big of a deal, but if you're not throwing a lot of strikes and your velocity has diminished, you could be in for a long afternoon.
So take advantage of the free passes should Vasquez give them to you, and maybe the Dodgers do get that big swing from Ohtani. Again, 8 straight without a home run for Freddie Freeman, 26 consecutive games without a home run. His last long ball, May 11th. Perhaps one or both of them can have a big swing today and propel the Dodgers to a series win against the Padres. First pitch from Randy Vasquez coming up shortly. Tim, back to you.
That was not Hell's Bells playing in the background. There is no Trevor Hoffman coming in to close out for the Padres today. Dodgers looking to close out this series with the win at Petco Park. It's the Dodgers and Padres rubber game of this 3-game set. Ben Kasparius, Randy Vasquez, the pitching matchup. First pitch when we return. This has been Morongo Casino. Dodgers on deck. I'm Tim Cates, the world champion Los Angeles Dodgers Audio Network.
World champions once again, my friend.
World Series champion Los Angeles Dodgers.
This is just the beginning of this team's title window.
Get out the way, get out the way, get out the way, yeah.
This has been Morongo Casino. Dodgers on deck on the world champion Dodgers Audio Network.
You either with me or against me, though.
Living out their dream.
They've added even more.
Now we go for 2 in a row.
Win, 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 win. Yeah. Curve everything else. Win, 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 win.
In the backyard and dreaming about this moment.
Start chasing that chip. Stop. Win, 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 win.
This has been Morongo Casino. Dodgers on deck. The MVP for fun, food, and good times. Dodgers baseball is brought to you by Superior Grocers.
Quality, variety, and value.
Shakey's Pizza.
Get more meal for deal at Shakey's.com.
And by Estrella Jalisco.
Back-to-back home runs in the bottom of the ninth.
First pitch is just moments away on your home of the world champion LA Dodgers. The home of the world champion LA Dodgers. KLAC KYSR HD2 Los Angeles. Make us a preset on the free iHeartRadio app.
National League West Division champion. 10,000 hours.
There are still more steps to take.
Get to stepping. So go ahead and give us the flowers. Just getting started. Gotta know by now it's way more than luck.
This team has continued to pour resources into the roster.
I want to ask you about food. What is something that you have to eat to beat a judge?
Oh, Aaron Judge! Send him to Monument Park now!
We got some good chefs in New York. They've been cooking up some nice chopped cheeses, and that kind of, it gets you, I don't know if I should tell the kids that they should be eating chopped cheese before a game.
Before the game, probably steak. That's usually what I go to.
I like a steak, no vegetables.
No vegetables?
No vegetables.
No, is it straight protein?
Yeah.
Enroll at a California community college. With more than 200 career education programs at your fingertips, your future can be anything you imagine.
I can make good money doing what I love.
Classes can fill up quickly, so enroll today at icangotocollege.com.
Daddy! My daddy!
Maybe you're heading out of town.
I need to get the hell out of here.
Here's the thing. You're never truly away from Dan Patrick, Colin Cowherd, Rogan and Rodney and Petros and Money. Together. Just go to AM 570 LA Sports on the iHeartRadio app. Listen to live shows, podcasts, and catch up on anything you missed. Best friends forever.
LA County has seen its share of devastation this year, testing the strength of our communities. I'm Dave Roberts, manager of LA's favorite ball club. In LA, we don't give up, we rebuild. And I love a strong comeback story. Our residents heard
Celebra tú también con Betcris.
I'm Jonathan Mayo, and for more than 20 years, I've traced the path of baseball's rising stars, navigating the back roads of the national pastime and basking in the glow of small-town America's spirit, where the team is woven into the fabric of everyday life, where it's more than just a game. It's a celebration of the people, the traditions, and the culture that give these places their soul. This is Grassroots.
Boomer is the dog. Then he looked good. I just followed his picture all the way. And there he is. Boomer's dad.
That was kind of a change from the everyday thing that we normally do as far as baseball cards are concerned.
Hey, I have a Labrador. Where's my card?
You know, a little bit different, and it turned out to be a fun experience.
It was just when the camera crew tried to leave that there was a problem. You can't leave.
Be a part of the Galpin story. It starts at Galpin.com. Let's go to the Galpin Motors broadcast booth.
And now your voices of the LA Dodgers.
Rick Monday and Steven Nelson.
Live from Petco Park in downtown San Diego, it's the final game of a 3-game series. And the winner of this series is in the balance. The Dodgers won the opening game. Padres came back last night. And today it's going to be Ben Kasparius who will start for the Dodgers. And Randy Vasquez on the mound for the Padres. In the background, the Padres taking the field. Hi, everybody. Rick Monday alongside Steven Nelson and Dwayne McDonald, our producer-engineer. The Dodgers, 40-28, leading the Western Division. Slim lead over San Francisco and San Diego. And for the Padres, they come on 38-28. As we were saying in the pregame show, both of these teams have been playing under 500 of recent times. The Dodgers, the last 33 games, are 16-17. The Padres, the last 31 games, are 15-16, and both are trying to right the ship in that category. Here's Dave Roberts' starting lineup. Shohei Ohtani, the designated hitter. Mookie Betts batting second and playing at shortstop. Freddie Freeman banged up And playing at first base, Will Smith behind the plate doing the catching. In right field, Teoscar Hernandez. Max Muncy is at third. Andy Pages starting in center. Michael Conforto is in left field and batting ninth and playing at second base. Hae-Sung Kim, and Kim will be at the second base position. The Dodgers, after today's game, they will go back up to L.A. tomorrow, an off day, and then back in harness at Dodger Stadium on Friday night. In fact, we'll join you with the Bronco Casino Dodgers on Deck show Friday at 6 o'clock, first pitch at 7:10, and that pitch will be delivered by Yoshinobu Yamamoto for the Dodgers. Happy to have you with us. Overcast skies in San Diego. The Dodgers looking for nothing but sunshine today. Happy to have you with us. And with the play, here's Steven.
Thank you, Mo. Wherever you may be and however you may be listening, welcome back to San Diego and Petco Park. The Dodgers wrapping up a 3-game series and a 6-game road trip. They need a win today to make it an even 500 road trip. Shohei Ohtani digs in against the right-hander, Randy Vasquez. The pitch is in there for a strike. A fastball at 94 has us underway at 110. 67 degrees, overcast skies here at Petco Park. Today's Time at 10 brought to you by Bank of America, the official bank of the Los Angeles Dodgers. The 0-1. Ohtani takes outside corner. Just miss, ball one. Shohei's first at-bat is brought to you by Asahi Super Dry Beer, embodying the refreshing taste of modern Japan. Go beyond the expected. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Ohtani with a big swing and a miss. Threw a fastball in the heart of the plate. There's been a lot more whiffs of late in the month of June for Shohei, on the heels of being National League Player of the Month in May.
On the pregame show, he just looks over anxious, and he's pulling off the ball by a lot, and he's having difficulty really covering that ball that's middle of the plate away right now.
You like for him to make a statement in this series finale in San Diego. On a 1-2 pitch, Ohtani strikes out swinging high, fastball above the zone at 95. Vasquez put it by him.
Well, that's where Vasquez is going to top out at 95. In fact, you start to look at last year versus this season. His velocity has actually dropped on average about 2 miles an hour. Doesn't sound like a lot, but it can be.
1 out, nobody on. Mookie Betts 1 for 7 in the series with a pair of walks. First pitch hit high in the air to left field, but playable for Gavin Sheets. Now 30 feet in front of the warning track. He makes the catch quickly, 2 gone. 2 outs on 5 pitches for Vasquez. 14th start of the year for him. He's 3-4 with an ERA of 3.69. Mo, you brought it up in the pregame show. A lot of walks. 34 handed out to him in just 63 in the third innings.
Yeah, the last outing he had, he went just 4 2/3, walked 4 in that game.
Now we'll see how Freddie Freeman is feeling at the plate. 2 outs, bases empty. Watches a first pitch strike. Freddie, of course, playing with the surgically repaired right ankle, not at 100%. And now Dave Roberts saying there's a quad issue as well. Freddie rolls a second strike foul on the first base side. Freddie 4 for 9 in the series despite the ailments. There's a double and a walk. Batting .349 this year. Nothing in 2. And Vasquez misses inside.
I'm just thinking, Steven, you get the lower part of your body that's really aching. And it is really difficult to get leverage, and it does take away some power.
1 ball, 2 strikes, the pitch. Freddie cues it right in front of the mound, and of course he's not booking it down the line. That was something Dave Roberts instructed him to do. Take it easy on the bases, so Vasquez can play that easily and calmly. It's a quick 1-2-3 inning for the Padres starter. Ben Kasparius to the mound when we come back on the Dodgers Audio Network.
Take your fun higher at Harrah's Resort SoCal.
Chip baby like mustard.
Ben Casparius starts what Dave Roberts is calling today a transition into the starting rotation. Now that the Dodgers have reacquired a few of their high leverage arms, especially a couple righties and Michael Kopech and Kirby Yates, Ben Casparius, who's been invaluable in whatever role he has been in this year, may now move to the starting rotation. His first task today, get out number one. He's facing Fernando Tatis Jr. leading off. Out number one always chemo, but especially with Tatis, because the Dodgers have allowed a really cold Tatis to impact this game. He's reached in 6 of 9 plate appearances the first 2 games. Casparius rocks into his windup. His first pitch misses downstairs. Ball 1.
Yeah, we've been told that Tatis was still searching for a swing. One time he had the leg kick. Next time, no leg kick. The other time, maybe a wide stance. Next time, a narrow stance.
An open stance, the 1-0 pitch. He swings and lifts a lazy fly ball to center field. And awaiting Andy Pajes, who has to just drift over about 3 steps. 2 pitches, 1 out for Casparius in the bottom of the first. No score.
Really anxious to see Casparius in this role. It's a different setup. It's a different mindset. You warm up earlier and longer than you do if you're coming out of the bullpen. You know, the bullpen experienced guys, they throw about 12 pitches at the bullpen. They can be ready because they realize they get 8 warming up on the field.
Luis Arraez turns out of the way of a high fastball. Ball 1. Arraez had his best game in a couple of weeks last night. 3 for 5 with 2 doubles. He scored 4 runs. Here's the pitch. And Arraez was watching all the way. Actually, wasn't even watching the pitch. He was just going to take that no matter what. And Ben Casparius missed low. 2-0. Swinging a ground ball up the middle. Mookie Betts, after the second hop, feels it and throws over to Freddie. 2 gone. At Children's Hospital Los Angeles, groundbreaking research meets world-class expertise and treatment. U.S. News and World Report is once again named CHLA the #1 hospital in California. Learn more today at chla.org.
How differently does Casparius go after it? I mean, when you're coming in from the bullpen, so many times you're coming in with runners on base. You can't pace yourself there. It's just basically thrown on the wall in a hurry.
Now Manny Machado. Ball 1 low from Casparius. Machado 5 for 10 in the series with 6 RBI.
Yeah, out of the bullpen, you come in. There's no such animal as setting up a hitter for a certain pitch. Now you've got that luxury.
Casparius dots a fastball at 97, 1-1. This is the 22nd game of the year for Casparius, just his second start. On a 1-1 pitch to Machado. That's fouled away on the right side. Of his first 21 games, Mo, the Dodgers have won 16 of the 21 Casparius has pitched in. And we underscore again, he has been one of the rookies of the year in the National League. 1-2. Breaking ball low. Good pitch from Ben, but a better take from Machado. 2-2.
Casparius is starting to walk to the third base Dodger dugout. Of course, there was a lot of that last night. Laz Diaz behind the plate did not have what you call a great night.
Swing and a miss. Got him with 98. Ben Casparius puts down the Padres 1-2-3, capped off with a K. We go to the second. No score at Petco Park.
AM5.
I'm going to throw out a restaurant kitchen term to you, and then hit me with the baseball one. I'll start first.
Okay.
Mise en place.
Oh, mise en place. That is, as the chef, you put all your different ingredients out, kind of before you start cooking, right?
You got it, man.
Yeah.
That's the most
That's
important
a tough one. I hear this one a lot because of my name, Can of Corn.
Easy fly ball.
Get around, yeah, get around, round. Top of the second inning brought to you by Budweiser. This Bud's for you. Will Smith will lead things off for the Dodgers. Both teams traded 1-2-3 firsts. Randy Vasquez put down the Dodgers on just 9 pitches. His First pitch of the second, outside, ball 1 on Smith. Will was off last night, but on Monday night, the opener, drove in 3, a 2-run home run to go with a sac fly. Ball 2 outside from Vasquez. So Will this season batting .320. The 2-0. Swinging a high pop-up. Shallow left field. Going back Iglesias from short. Sheets comes in. Iglesias calls for it. He makes the catch. One gone. Now the scuffling Teoscar Hernandez. Teo's had a tough time of late. He is batting .095 the last 11 games. 1 for 7 in the series with a sac fly.
He is another guy. You're not going to hear anything about it. He does use an excuse, but he's a little banged up on top of it. But he's been flying open early.
I talked to Teo in St. Louis about that. Hey, what are we working on? He stays away from ball 1 from Vasquez. Just trying to stay more square and use the big part of the field. That's something he did so excellently. With such excellency to begin the year. Vasquez puts a fastball on the outer third, 1-1.
And Stephen, I think too, the guys that are, I mean, he's so strong to begin with. You know, he can let the ball come in deeper. He's not only strong, he's very quick with his hands.
1-1, fouls it away on the right side. That was the other thing he told me, Mo, you just hit on it, is that his contact point with the ball is way too out in front for him.
Yeah.
So that's happening as he's flying open. And so for whatever reason, he knows what the problem is, but fixing it is way easier said than done. On a 1-2. He swung through it, just popped out of the glove of Maldonado. So another strikeout for Teoscar Hernandez. That strikeout rate near 32% the last couple of weeks.
The other part, too, and from the hitter's standpoint, you don't notice it, and then you kind of sit back and look at some videotape. If you're opening up in a hurry or overstriding, you get that big swing. Well, that big swing is slower. Then you think, well, geez, I have to start my swing sooner. You're compounding the error.
2 outs, nobody on in the second. No score. Here's Max Muncy. First pitch from Vasquez misses outside. You know, Vasquez, we talked about all the walks. He hasn't issued one yet. First 5 batters faced, but he has struck out a pair. On a 1-0 pitch, Muncy swings and fouls a strike into the net.
Yeah, he's also only thrown first pitch strike 1 time. That was to Ohtani, the first pitch in the ballgame.
Muncy is 1 for 7 in the first 2 games of the series. He has walked twice, but struck out 4 times. Average now at .232 after a really strong month. Stares at strike 2 on the outer third. Behind with 2 strikes, the pitch. Muncy gets a piece. Another foul ball into the net on another sweeper. It's been 3 of the 4 pitches thrown by Vasquez to Muncy. Still 1-2. Vasquez misses up and in. Last outing for the Padre righty held Milwaukee scoreless in 4 2/3 innings of work. Didn't factor into the decision. His 2-2 pitch. Muncy doesn't offer. Ball low and away. Full count. Andy Pages is on deck. Muncy locked in for this payoff. That's ripped down the first base line, but foul of the first base line. Now, the whole turnaround for Muncy the last month plus has been his ability to hit fastballs again. For a while he was lost against velocity. He seems to have figured things out. Vasquez misses with a fastball high, ball 4, and Max works a 2-out walk. First base runner of the game for the Dodgers. Now Andy Pages. hitless last night in 4 tries, 2 for 9 in the series. Batting .285 on the year. That is the 4th best batting average in the National League among all outfielders. Vasquez starts him off with a sweeper on the outside corner, called strike 1.
There's been a power outage also for this Dodger ball club. Only 2 home runs hit in the last 6 games.
Vasquez out of the stretch. Muncy on first, 2 outs, no score in the second. Nearly hits Pages with the fastball up and in. Last night, the Dodgers did not have an extra base hit. It's the 4th time this season, Mo, that they played an entire game without at least 1 extra base hit. And 2 of those instances have come in the last 4 games. So the slug has just disappeared for this team that's built on slug. Pages swings and foul strike 2 to the right side.
And yet they've not done a bad job overall in this series, even though they split. And last night was one of those, well, you count your fingers and, well, they're all there. You go back to the hotel. It was not a good night. But they've hit over 360 in the 2 games, runners in scoring position. The Padres have hit 212 is all. But if we look at this road trip, the Dodgers are hitting as a team, runners in scoring position, just 190. And that's not what the Dodgers have been able to do to this point, to be leading the Western Division. Not with an average below 200 with runners in scoring position.
It really just been too much feast or famine offensively. Pages standing in there, a 1-2. Ground ball, third base foul. They have to win today, the Dodgers, to stay in first place in the division. Not only to stay a game up on the Padres, but the San Francisco Giants are playing the Colorado Rockies. And with respect to the Rockies, you are not counting on them to help you out. And the Giants just a half game back entering play today. Still 1-2 on Pages. 1 on and 2 out. Pages rips it up the middle into center field for a base hit. Muncy hustling, trying to go from first to third. The throw in is going to be late. And so the Dodgers trying to work a 2-out rally in the second. First and third now after the Pages base hit.
Yeah, and for Pages, a good at bat. Anytime you had 2 strikes, you're behind in the count, and you're able to deliver a solid base hit. That's really something. And Muncy just taking advantage. We've not seen what you label as really great throws by the Padres outfielders.
So you're looking at Michael Conforto now. First and third, 2 out in the second. No score yet. Vasquez deals. Conforto takes ball 1 upstairs. Michael last night 1 for 3 with an RBI base hit. The only RBI of the game for the Dodgers. He also walked again.
So here's what we were talking about. Runners in scoring position.
The 1-0 from Vasquez. Conforto fouls it straight back into the net. Strike 1. Now, Conforto, that was something we talked about quite a bit. His cold spell, his drought with runners in scoring position, right? He was 0 for 30 before a hit. Well, now you look at his last 6 ABs with runners in scoring position. He's 2 for 6 with a pair of RBIs.
Yeah, that swing has a tendency to get a little bit long, including that foul ball we just saw, a little elevated fastball.
The 1-1 pitch. Conforto swats it high in the air, shallow left field. Gavin Sheets will camp out underneath it. He reaches out, makes the catch, and that will do it. So, Muncy's 2 out. Had both him and his parents, Phil and Stacy, who have been with the team a couple times this year to watch Ben pitch. Ben is, for a rookie, sounds like a consummate pro. First pitch, low and away on Xander Bogaerts, ball 1. And his whole thing is aggressiveness and assertiveness. Yes. He wants to attack.
But he's able to connect the dots. And that's sometimes difficult for young players that are coming up here. Connect the dots and not be overwhelmed.
1 on, 1 out. Bogaerts swings and fouls away a strike. Work hard and play hard in a new Tacoma. With an I-Force turbocharged engine, it's a truck built for the bold. See your Toyota dealer today. They make it easy.
I put it in really simplistic terms. Trust your stuff. And he's here because he has good stuff.
Yeah. And he pitches with it. He doesn't throw with it. 1 on, 1 out. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bogaerts to center field. Pages charging. This ball is going to drop in front of him. Pages nearly deked Gavin Sheets, who had to hold up between first and second. A bloop base hit for Xander Bogaerts. Back-to-back base hits against Kasperius here with one gone in the second.
Well, and here's the Padres' first at-bat runner in scoring position, where they're 7 for 33, a .212 average over the first two games of this series.
And so a somewhat frustrating sequence here for Kasperius. Made a good pitch, and you tip your cap to Sheets, pulled his hands in for a base hit, but then a blooper for Bogaerts. Now he's got to work in some traffic. First and second, one out, no score here in this series finale. First pitch strike to Jake Cronenworth, the fastball at 97. Then out of the stretch, it's back at Sheets on second base. Close the stance, first base side of the mound. Now Cronenworth to center field, a base hit. Picked up by Pages, green light, throw home. Will has it to tag. They got him! Why do you run on Andy Pages?
We've been watching the development of Andy Pages as a player. Well, he came in, fielded the ball perfectly, took a step and a half. The throw is to the first base side of home plate. But that throw really had a lot of oomph on it. A good catch, good tag by Will Smith. The big, big play.
That was a great tag by Smith. The throw was in the left-handed batter's box, so Will had to sweep back across, and he got the leg of Gavin Sheets. Both Bogaerts and Cronenworth did advance a base on that play, so it's second and third, but two out and still no score. A ball outside on Jose Iglesias. That was an aggressive send by Tim Leeper, the third base coach. Gavin Sheets is not known for his sprint speed, and apparently he did not read the scouting report on Andy Pages' right arm. It's not a mystery. The 1-0 is in there on the outer third. 1-1 the count.
I'll tell you guys, we've really been working with Pages, and that's Dino Ebel, who is now not only the third base coach, but the outfield coach. Been working with him on his stance. I mentioned, last year and even first part of this season, Pages had 1 foot in the air where the ball was crossing home plate. He would lose a step. He understands now the dynamics of making plays.
Breaking ball in the dirt, good block by Will Smith to keep it in front.
And for the fact that he can come in and charge the ball, field it as he's coming in and under control but charging it, and then only take a step and a half to throw the ball and have something on it. You get a lot of guys that take 3 and 4 steps in order to make the good strong throw.
2-1. Iglesias takes the breaking ball. Strike two, squares the count.
And the problem is, if you're taking 3 or 4 steps as an outfielder to get ready to throw the ball, that runner's also taking 3 or 4 steps and getting closer to the next bag.
The deuce is wild. Bottom of the second, 2 on, 2 out for San Diego. 2 balls, 2 strikes for Kasperius against Iglesias. Yanks a heater way outside. Full count now. Martin Maldonado, the catcher, is on deck. Iglesias spent last year with the New York Mets, had a terrific season for them, hit .337. This year batting .248 with the Padres. Payoff. Iglesias gets a piece of one, fouls it back in the net. Andy Pages, with his 5th outfield assist of the season, has kept it a scoreless game for now. Ben Kasperius needs 1 more strike and 1 more out to get through the second unscathed. 2 in scoring position. Another 3-2 pitch on the way to Iglesias. Pulled outside the fastball, 97. Iglesias, with a slow strut down the line, tosses his bat. That loads it up for San Diego. Mark Pryor's going to come out of the Dodger dugout. It's a Mound visit brought to you by Jacoby and Myers, because everyone deserves justice. Martin Maldonado, a light-hitting catcher for his career. We talked about it last night, and then he proceeded to grab a couple of hits, including a home run. He's actually got 2 multi-hit games in his last 3 games played. He will come up to the plate with the bases loaded and 2 out. That play by Andy Pages, though. The save of the game brought to you by Metropolitan Water District of Southern California. Say goodbye grass, hello rebates. Visit bewaterwise.com.
Well, we saw Maldonado last night. He had 2 hits before official advance. He was swinging early in counts.
The pitch. Breaking ball way outside. Ball 1. The next pitch from Casparius will be the 19th he's thrown in the second inning. They're loaded with 2 down. No score. 97 outside corner. I think he and Will Smith were crossed up. Had Will set up and caught that cleanly, that would have been a strike. Instead, it's ball 2. I mean, that was a fastball dotted on the outside corner. 30th pitch of the game now for Casparius. Bogarts, Cronenworth, and Iglesias on the base pass. Maldonado at the plate, and Casparius misses again. 3-0 on Martin Maldonado. This is an absolute no-no for any pitcher.
And especially you walk the number 8 guy in the lineup, and now you're 3-0 to the number 9 guy.
The pitch. Cutter on the outside corner. Strike 1 taken and called. You have Fernando Tatis Jr. in the top of the order on deck. That is not the kind of electricity you want to put into this crowd. 3-1. Way outside. Bases loaded walk to Martin Maldonado. Just an absolutely brutal plate appearance against Ben Casparius. 1-0 San Diego. And here's Tatis. Under the circumstances, you would say that's unacceptable, but alas, the inning continues. They're still loaded, and now Tatis at the plate. First pitch. Popped him up. Right field. Teoscar Hernandez waiting for it. He squeezes out number 3, but a bases loaded walk to the number 9 hitter and one of the worst hitting catchers in all of baseball makes.
Gosh, we've gone to Sea Dogs games since we were kids.
I've been coming to see the Sea Dogs for the last 30 years. Great experience.
Everybody here is just bends over backwards to help people out and wish the world was like it is right here at the ballpark.
We've always wanted to be more than just a baseball team. We want to be strong, active, contributing members of the community. And I think that effort is seen by the people and the fans, and they want to support that effort.
To like build this for them and spend the last year of coming up with this concept and getting it off the ground and getting everybody here, like it just feels really good to have everybody coming and experiencing the thing that we've been working so hard on. To be able to like take the experiences of Comic-Con and add that to a card show just is really fulfilling, because as somebody who grew up going to card shows and still goes to the same card show in the same church basement in Trumbull, Connecticut every month, like it's great. Card shows are amazing, but to be able to add all of this experience is what makes this great.
Dodgers baseball continues on its official home.
They are some faraway archipelago. They go to San Diego.
Hey, Dodger fans, listen to the game and have your favorite food delivered with Uber Eats. Just open up the app, pick your favorite local spot, have it delivered, and enjoy every moment of the action. The action here today, now in the top of the third, the Dodgers trail 1-0 in San Diego. Has Sung Kim leading off. Shows a bunt, pulls it back, and the fastball clips the outside corner. Strike 1. Kim, Ohtani, and Betts scheduled to face Randy Vasquez. Pitch. Kim opts to swing and then has a half swing. Fouls strike 2 back into the net. Kim batting .403 this year. This is his 19th start and 29th game. Came off the bench last night in the blowout, went 0 for 1 with a walk. Behind with 2 strikes. And Kim gets hit. An 0-2 pitch inside, and Hesung couldn't jump out of the way in time. He will take his base. And so that is a whiff.
That's the 5th batter that Vasquez has plunked this year.
That turns the lineup over. A runner on for Shohei Ohtani, who struck out leading off the ball game. Shohei in a season-long 8-game homer drought. First pitch, sky high in the air to left field. Gavin Sheets has a read on it in front of the warning track. He makes the catch. Hesung thought about tagging from first to second, but he cannot. So an unproductive trip to the plate once again for Ohtani. He's 0 for 2.
Hey, friends, make your Dodger Players All-Stars. You can cast your 2025 Pro Spirit MLB All-Star ballot daily at MLB.com/vote. If you go to the Dodger website, open it up on the right-hand side, you'll see Vote Now. You can vote 5 times a day. If you download an app, you can get an additional vote every day.
1 on, 1 out. Mookie Betts at the plate. Dodgers trailing by 1. Strike 1 on the inside corner.
And as you were saying yesterday, Stephen, multiple email addresses.
Yeah, you do what you got to do.
Yeah. So you could theoretically, if you have 4 different email addresses, that's 100 votes plus 5 extras.
Mookie Betts flies it to center. Jackson Merrill drifting back. A couple steps in front of the warning track and dead center. He makes the catch. So a couple high, long flyouts for Ohtani and Betts, but Hesung Kim unable to move on the bases. Now 2 out.
By the way, kudos to the folks that put the All-Star ballot in together, because when you go on the Dodger website, MLB, and it says Vote Now, when you click on that, it gives you the reference of batting averages, home runs, RBIs, OPS, gives you all the different variances.
Ball 1 low on Freddie Freeman.
Instead of just handing out a paper ballot.
I miss those. I'm going to be honest with you. I like the,
I did too.
I like the punch the holes and stuff you put in the ballot box at the stadiums. Should bring that back. We don't even have hard tickets anymore. 40th pitch of the game for Vasquez, and Freeman fouls it over the net. 1-1.
Well, it's the same way with flying. When you fly, do you like to have the printout also? Besides the electronic boarding pass?
Yeah, because sometimes the phone, you put it on there, it doesn't scan. You got to, it locked. I got to reopen it. And put it back down. I got to twist it. I got to turn it around. I got to turn up the brightness.
And turn yourself around.
That's
what it's all about.
Yeah. 1-1. Freddie takes ball 2 inside. Back pick from Maldonado. Kim with a head first slide safely back to first base. Padres 1, Dodgers nothing. 2 gone in the top of the 3rd. A lot of cloud cover above Petco Park. There are blue skies beyond us and beyond the buildings downtown. Freddie's 0 for 1 today. Grounded out to the pitcher his first time up. Here he grounds one to second base. Corner to his left. Handles it at the dirt. Flips it over to Arraez, and Freeman is retired. So Hesung Kim got aboard leading off the inning, but neither.
There's so much history right here. And when I put it on and it's so light, it just feels just right. It feels just right. I mean, look at this. It got the city on it. When I was 7 years old, my uncle takes me where? To Shea Stadium. Darryl Strawberry hits a home run and I become a fan for life.
Back to more LA Dodgers baseball.
Home run Ohtani!
Right here on the world champion LA Dodgers audio network.
Bottom of the third, San Diego has Luis Arraez, Manny Machado, and Jackson Merrill due up against Ben Casparius. First pitch cutter misses inside. Arraez showed no intention of swinging, and Casparius couldn't find the zone. That was a problem for him in the second inning, especially toward the end. Misses with the fastball down and in on Arraez. Back-to-back walks of the 8 and 9 hitters Iglesias and Maldonado. All things considered, pretty inexcusable, but it happens. Ben has been terrific this year. Those 2 walks aren't going to take away from that. Fastball at the top of the zone. Perhaps a generous strike call goes his way. 2-1 for Arraez. Padres have the early 1-0 lead. And the bases loaded pass issued to Maldonado in the second. Arraez on the ground to Ha-Seong Kim. Can take his time. Sidearm throw. Freddie Freeman has to stretch, but he's there to make the play. 1 gone. Mo, during the innings, the Petco Park DJ playing a lot of Beach Boys today, because unfortunate news in the music world, Brian Wilson passed away. They've been Sly Stone the last couple of days. Machado swings at the first pitch and fouls it back. The 0-1. This ball is hit high in the air, left to center field. Pages running over to his right, calls off Conforto in front of the warning track. He's got out number 2. At AM/PM, when the Dodgers steal a base at home, you score a free hot dog and any 12-ounce slim Coca-Cola. Redeem your free feast in the AM/PM app. Let's play ball. AM/PM. Too much good stuff. Two outs, nobody on in the third. Jackson Merrill to the plate. 1-0 San Diego. Strike 1 called for Casparius. Slider on the inside corner. .41st pitch coming from Casparius, and Merrill shoots out of the way of a fastball at 99 from Casparius. In case you missed it before the game, Dave Roberts hinted to reporters that today could be the start of Ben Casparius' transition into the starting rotation. Foul ball back from Merrill. 1-2 the count for Casparius. Ben has been a Swiss Army knife all year. He's worked in low leverage, bulk situations, high leverage situations. And now today, his second start. Broken bat, fly ball. Beyond the infield, Mookie Betts goes back and makes the catch. A little side saddle basket combo catch. A 1-2-3, bottom of the
Texas. This is the Graham Slam Burger. So 2 patties, brisket, caramelized onion, American cheese, ranch aioli or ranch mayo, if you will.
Oh yeah, we're in Texas.
Yeah.
It's something that you definitely want to take a picture of and just put on the gram. I took a bite of it, but it still looks dope.
It's a burger that looks great, but also delicious.
Dodgers baseball device. LA Dodgers baseball continues on its official home.
Will Smith, Teoscar Hernandez, and Max Muncy on the docket for the Dodgers in the top of the fourth, trailing San Diego 1-0. Randy Vasquez's first pitch is upstairs, ball one for Smith, who popped out to shortstop, leading off the second. So back up again as the first guy now in the fourth. Average down to 318 for Smith. He has been a little cooler in the month of June, that's even with his home run the other night. There's a strike from Vasquez to level the count. Padre infield playing back, basically playing Smith relatively square as Vasquez misses with ball two. Series on the line today. First place up for grabs in the National League West today between this game here and the one between the Giants and the Rockies. Vasquez at the bottom of the zone, got squeezed there. Ball three. Even bigger advantage for Smith. The 3-1. Smith swings and pulls one high in the air, hooking foul on the left field side. Full count. Vasquez, 26 years old, came from the Yankees in the Juan Soto trade. His payoff pitch to Smith. Swing and a miss on the inside corner. Strikeout number 3 for Randy Vasquez. One out in the fourth. Celebrate Dad Day at Dodger Stadium against San Francisco. With the purchase of a ticket, you'll get an exclusive Father's Day bucket hat presented by Security Benefit. First pitch scheduled for 4:10. The tickets and information at Dodgers.com/promotions. Strike one to Teoscar Hernandez.
I mentioned earlier the Dodgers just 2 home runs the last 6 games. Vasquez has served up 8 in his first 13 starts.
The pitch runs down and in on Teo, 1-1. Teoscar's batting average has dropped nearly 60 points since he's come off the injury list. He was all the way up to 315. Now he's down barely at 260. Swings and fouls a strike off the helmet of the home plate umpire Eric Backus. Martin Maldonado quick to check on him.
You know, 2 guys were red hot when they got hurt. Teoscar was one of them. Tommy Edman the other. Well, Teoscar's come back. He's trying to get hot. Tommy Edman finally got hot on this road trip.
Teoscar calls for time after both he and Maldonado gave Backus an extra moment to gather himself. The foul ball right into the umpire can that Backus is wearing behind home plate. Now the 1-2 pitch. Teoscar swings and he pops it up back behind home plate. Still 1-2.
Okay, we mentioned Lance Diaz. Not to belabor the point. We bring up Teoscar Hernandez. Okay, the average has dropped down. Hitters are 1 for 20 or whatever it may be. Well, Lance Diaz had a tough night last night behind the plate.
The 1-2 pitch for Vasquez. Chop foul.
And we talked about it, and again, not to belabor the point, but it is what it is. I mean, he scored in the 70% on called strikes.
Not great. I mean, it was you didn't have to wait for the umpire scorecard to come out today to know that the crew chief in this series had a really tough time behind the plate yesterday. Now he's at third base. 1 out, nobody on in the fourth, 1-0 Padres. Another 1-2 pitch, and Teoscar goes fishing. He just chased a ball that wasn't even close. Below the zone, he flails at strike 3. He's struck out twice today. Back-to-back Ks for Vasquez here in the fourth. It's one of those stretches.
Yeah, the other part too is that he was bending over and trying to reach out and get it. You can tell he's just not picking up the baseball out of the pitcher's hand, and you can tell the frustrating aspects of it.
Muncy, it's a first pitch line drive into a leaping Luis Arraez about 5 feet inside the first base line. And so the Dodgers go down in order in the top.
Hank Greenberg helped popularize the first baseman's mitt, holding a massive 13-inch pocketed glove. That was quickly banned, reducing the maximum size to 12 inches. Paul Richards also developed a black hole-sized catcher's mitt. This ginormous thing, measuring 42 inches in circumference, was known as Big Bertha, or the elephant, for its massive size. It was swiftly outlawed as well.
In LA and Blue, the world champion LA Dodgers audio network.
Never gets old.
Message from California Public Health. Teens, you can feel better when you balance your stress with tips and tools made for teens by teens. TakeSpaceToPause.org. Ben Kasparius back on the mound for a fourth inning of work. He starts off with strike one on the outside corner to Gavin Sheets. Dodgers trail San Diego 1-0. And it was Sheets who got things started for the Padres in the second. Swatted in the air, foul territory. Muncy on the run, on the warning track, reaches up and makes the grab. Nice play by Max, reading the situation and where he was, running over from the back of the infield to the third base side. Out number one. So a foul pop out for Sheets. Now Xander Bogaerts, who, like Sheets, singled in the second. It was Bogaerts who came in to score on the bases loaded walk issued to Maldonado. First pitch for back foul, strike one, and a fastball at 98. Saw Lou Trevino throwing in the Dodger bullpen in the last half inning. Trevino opened last night's game.
And he's throwing right now.
The 0-1, that is off the end of the bat, foul toward the Padres on deck circle. 0-2 for Kasparius against Bogaerts.
So you figure they're looking at Kasparius as far as a pitch count.
He is approaching 50 pitches. This will be his 48. An 0-2 to Bogaerts. That should be called strike three. Kasparius thought so. The call never came. That was an excellent, excellent pitch. Well received from Smith. Yeah. Just did not get the call. So now the 1-2. Spoiled foul by Bogaerts. There have been a couple of pitches, one on each side that I can recall, that Bacchus has missed at the bottom of the zone. Vasquez thought he had one earlier, and then this one from Kasparius. But all things considered, not a lot of complaining tonight from this zone. Still 1-2, one out, nobody on in the fourth. Pitch 50 for Kasparius. Gets a swing and a miss. Strike three, it's dropped, and Bogaerts is going to trot down to first. Smith will throw down to make it official. Out number two, we pause 10 seconds for station ID on the Dodgers Audio Network.
The home of the world champion LA Dodgers. KLAC KYSR HD2 Los Angeles. Make us a preset on the free iHeartRadio app.
It is the second out of the fourth inning on the second K for Kasparius in this game. Bases remain clear. Jake Cronenworth, left-handed hitting second baseman, to the plate. He's 1 for 1. First pitch curve misses outside. shows bunt. He bunts it in the air, foul. It's going to get over the net, or excuse me, at the top of it, and drop down into the on-deck circle for San Diego. 1-1.
Squared around early, but very bad technique.
On a 1-1 pitch, Cronenworth watches Kasperi spike ball 2. One nothing Padres in the fourth. 2 outs, base is empty at 2-1. Cronenworth swings and skies it to shallow left center. Pages hustling in. He makes the call and the catch. 1-2-3. The Padres down in order. In back-to-back frames from Kasparis, who's done with 4 full innings.
I was so inspired by what you were making that I want to do my own all-star ballpark bite, but I'm thinking we take some of that brisket that you make, and I'm going to do like a little slider. Got the pepper jack cheese, some American, get it going with some of the barbecue sauce that you have, that spicy, delicious one, and then caramelized onions. Make like a little sandwich. Be cool?
Sound like a plan.
I think we did good.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
Thank
great.
you.
Thanks, Chef.
Resort Manuel is now Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel. Find out more at yamava.com.
Andy Paja is going to try and light a fire leading off the top of the fifth. The Dodgers chasing the Padres. It's 1-0 San Diego in the rubber game of this 3-game set. They'll meet again for 4 games in Los Angeles next week. Vasquez deals, Pages swings, and he pops it up. Third base side. Maldonado and Machado go toward the Dodger dugout, but it's a few rows back from it. Vasquez has thrown some pitches in the zone today, and the Dodger lineup has not been able to do anything against him. And this is kind of the latest arm in a string of, how do I put it, less heralded arms to silence this lineup. The 0-1. Pages swings through, strike 2. There's a fastball off the plate away. But Vasquez, he just kind of stays out of trouble. And despite the walks, he plays a great traffic cop, as one member of the Padres staff put it. His ERA below 3.7 coming into this one, and he's only lowered it with 4 scoreless so far. He's got 4 strikeouts. The 0-2. Pages fouls away on the right side.
Interesting post by Sarah Langs on that throw by Andy Pages. And nailed the runner at home plate. The throw was clocked at 99 miles an hour.
Another 0-2. Pages stays away from that.
Now, is that good? Well, it ties Kevin Kiermaier, who last year.
In Milwaukee, right?
Yep, and it's also the fastest track outfield assist under StatCast, which goes back to 2015.
Pages is a cannon. Don't know what the third base coach was thinking for San Diego. Pages stays alive, spoils a pitch that was well outside. Still 1-2, leading off the fifth. Again, it's no secret at this point. Andy Pages has been the best defensive outfielder in baseball. Another 1-2 from Vasquez. Another pitch outside. Count squares up. Ultimately, though, the Dodgers weren't able to get out of that inning unscathed. The bases loaded walk in the second. Hence the 1-0 score here now in the fifth. Good take from Pages there. Ball 3 low and outside fills the count. So 0-2 to 3-2. We saw the defense from Pages earlier, now trying to spark the offense. The payoff pitch. Pages laces it to left field, but at a waiting Gavin Sheets. That is a tough line out rather, for any hitter to take. That was well struck.
Well, Pages has hit 2 line drives, one to center field in the second inning on a 1-2 pitch. And this swing right here is something he'll look at. And these are the swings that you want to archive and put in there. So when you do go into a slump or have some trouble saying, well, what was I doing correctly?
Michael Conforto, first pitch swinging. High fly ball, left center field. Merrill at the track, at the wall. Did you? Gone! Michael Conforto! A game-tying solo home run to left center field. His 4th of the season. And we got a new ball game, tied at 1.
And Dodgers keep putting Conforto in that lineup and just hoping that he finds the swing. I go back to spring training. I was told us that, well, Conforto, we believe his eye will work better playing at Dodger Stadium and with this ball club. So Daniels Jewelers, proud sponsor, trip around the diamond. Your family jewelers is 1948. So visit danielsjewelers.com/baseball for a free baseball bracelet and $50 off a $99 coupon.
First pitch is called ball 1 on Ha-Seong Kim. Game tied at 1 after Michael Conforto's solo home run.
And you were just talking about the Dodgers had some swings, but just not quite connecting. Well, after a vicious line drive by Pages for the out, Conforto hits it out.
Foul ball makes it 1-1 for Kim. Here's the pitch. That shot foul on the left field side. Now, Mo, last night, you recall Michael Conforto's RBI base hit in the 8th inning. We joked that it made it a 10-run ball game again, but we then very seriously pointed out that was perhaps the best swing we have seen from Conforto all year. Kim spoils a pitch, rolls it foul on the first base side. It was just a level, smooth swing using the opposite field and a line drive base hit. Well, here today, he goes the other way again. This time elevates and leaves the yard.
Just sometimes one at bat and it just begins to click.
Kim with another spoil, another foul ball, still 1-2.
I remember a number of years ago, Russell Martin, when he was with the Dodgers, he walked on a 3-2 pitch. And I told him the next day batting practice, I said, and he was in a slump at the time. I said, you're going to break out of it right now. He goes, why is that? I said, you walked last night. He goes, well, I only walked. I said, yeah, but the last 2 weeks you would have struck out. And I said, you worked the count from 0-2 to 3-2.
Rolled the second, scooped up off the dirt by Cronenworth, and he gets throw over to beat Kim, out number 2.
It wasn't anything that I did, but it was something that I recognized. Has it been there, done that? Is that you have a good at bat. Whether or not you hit the ball squarely or not, a good at bat. What's the thought process? Did you have good swings? Were you right on it? Did you expand the strike zone? Well, he had been expanding the strike zone and swinging at pitches. It would have been ball 3, ball 4. Well, he didn't, that meant.
Anytime we can put on these uniforms, the same ones that those guys played before us in the Negro Leagues, it's an honor to put it on and to share this field with them.
It's a piece of history. So, I mean, to be able to wear it present day is honestly an unreal feeling. Once the lights are on and the anthem takes place and you're standing there on the line, it'll sink in as to what this moment really means, because I do think it's a meaningful day.
with care, world-class expertise, with care completely tailored to kids. U.S. News and World Report has once again named CHLA the #1 hospital in California and ranked in the top 10 nationally for pediatrics. Whether it's routine checkups or life-saving treatments, Children's Hospital Los Angeles is where families turn. Find an all-star doctor today at chla.org.
Padres Pitching Change brought to you by Bank of America, the official bank of the Los Angeles Dodgers. It's the lefty Adrian Morejon comes in to face Shohei Ohtani. 2 outs, nobody on in the top of the 5th. Michael Conforto hit a game-tying home run with 1 out in the inning. The pitch, Ohtani swings and fouls, strike 1.
And I mentioned earlier in the home run department, that's the Dodgers, just their 3rd. It's hit out of the ballpark in the last 7 games.
Ohtani is 0 for 2 with a strikeout so far. Did not get a chance to face Vasquez for a 3rd time on the 0-1. He takes 97 on the outer 3rd. Strike 2 called. There just isn't a lot of engagement in Ohtani's approach of late. If I may say something that sounds more critical than I mean it. Just pulling off a little bit. He's not getting in the right position on his swings. The 0-2. 95 outside corner. Oh boy, call the ball.
Ohtani, we see him at his best so many times to where he goes to home plate, it's like he owns anything thrown in the strike zone. And he's still now searching for pitches in the strike zone.
On a 1-2 pitch. Morejon misses high with 98. 2-2. We saw the left-hander pitch in the series opener. Morejon pitched 2/3 of an inning. A walk and 2 strikeouts. 15 pitches, 10 strikes. Two. 98 up and away. Ball 3, and Maldonado frustrated behind the plate. Couple of pitches in this battle against Ohtani that Morejon could have had strike 3 called. It didn't come. Tied at 1 now in the 5th. Ohtani at the plate. Morejon's payoff pitch. Hit up the middle, right at a waiting shortstop Iglesias. Ohtani hustling down the line, and Iglesias' throw just beats Shohei, former teammates together with the Angels. So that will do it for
It is a 1933 Gaudi Babe Ruth card. It is 8.5 PSA. It's graded higher than the one in the Smithsonian.
This card at one point came with a packet or a stick of chewing gum.
This card actually is almost a century old. It was bought for a penny.
So the fact that just the heritage of a card like this is now coming up almost 90 years later into an auction, it's a pretty special moment.
Accounts and descriptions transmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of
HVAC and water heater products. Ben Casparius is out. Lou Trevino is in. For Casparius, matched his season high 4 innings, 1 earned run, 3 hits, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. Casparius threw 54 pitches, 33 for strikes. And now it's Trevino who opened up yesterday, Mo. Pitched the first inning. A scoreless first, 18 pitches for Trevino. He's at the bottom of the order here in the bottom of the 5th. Game tied at 1. Misses up and in on Iglesias. The 1-0 pitch. That's high, ball 2.
Yeah, in the first inning last night was rather interesting. He hit Tatis on a 1-1 pitch in the leg. Then Tatis stole second base. Then there was an attempted pickoff, and Tatis was back safely.
Ball 3 upstairs on Iglesias, who's already walked once. This is the number 8 hitter who's not been outstanding at the plate this year.
And then there was a pickoff, and Tatis did not survive.
3-0. There's a strike. 96. It splits the plate. 8-9-1 for the Padres in what's now a tie ball game, thanks to Michael Conforto's 4th home run of the year. 3-1 inside corner. It is there. 3-2 now.
And Iglesias flinched and then glared back at home plate umpire Bacchus as if that ball almost hit me. Well, no, it didn't.
It definitely hit the strike zone.
To me, that tells me is that, and Iglesias stands a long way off the plate. He does not really, he's not fond of the fastball in.
That's a fastball at the knees, called strike 3, and Iglesias has more words for Bacchus. Not anything super fiery, just, I guess, trying to get on the same page, but he is down looking at strike 3.
Well, normally you see someone if they're in disagreement would shake their head no. Iglesias was nodding yes as he's walking away.
Now Martin Maldonado has the Padres at lone RBI. Ball 1 way outside from Trevino. It came in the 2nd when Maldonado made his first trip to the plate, drew a bases loaded walk. Really just one that is going to chap Kasparius if he's being honest. Maldonado swings and hits into shallow center field. Kim going back from 2nd, gives way to Andy Pages, who makes the catch. 2 gone.
Just looking at the Dodger third base dugout, Kasparius is still there. You know, he hasn't said, "Oh, I'm gonna go shower. Good luck, guys." No,
he is awesome.
He's sitting there. He's observing.
Looks like he's talking with Connor McGinnis.
Yep,
with Dodgers pitching coaches.
That's how you learn. That's how you grow.
Dodgers 1, Padres 1. 2 gone in the bottom of the 5th. Base is empty. Fernando Tatis Jr. flashes bunt, pulls it back, just misses the outside corner. Ball 1. Tatis is 0 for 2 today. He has flown out twice, including once with the bases loaded. 1-0 pitch. Roll to the left side. Betts to his left. In the glove. Throws across his body on the run. Nice play for Mookie Betts, who's turned himself into a bona fide shortstop. Trevino comes out of the bullpen and works a 1-2.
We play in Toronto. Guerrero sends over some good stuff for the guys, so when we play in Toronto, I definitely dive into that.
You gotta be careful with Vladdy, bro, because a Dominican breakfast will put you to sleep, bro. ¿Cómo está sonando la comida dominicana ya?
La comida dominicana ya no sé cómo está sonando, porque obviamente mi esposa me cocina. O sea, hay restaurantes, pero no voy a comer comida latina.
So this is MLB Network Talent Stars.
Okay.
The stars of MLB Network. Can I trade a pack of these for a signed Lawrence Shahadi card?
How about we do a little bit of both? Money, a little trade.
Will you open it up and see if you like it?
They're really nice.
If I sign it, does that equal the Lawrence Shahadi 20?
All right.
Do we have a good trade?
We have a good trade. Thank you so much. That was fun.
Nice doing business with you.
Casino at Yamava Resort and Casino at San Manuel. Find out more at Yamava.com.
Hype me up. Hype me up.
Dodgers and Padres played a close game Monday night. The Dodgers won 8-7 in extras. Last night was a laugher. The Padres evened the series. Well, here in the finale, in the rubber game, it's another close one. Tied at 1. Top of the 6th starts with Mookie Betts. First pitch from Morejon just clips the outside corner. Strike 1 called. Dodgers tied the game thanks to Michael Conforto launching a solo home run in the 5th. Betts is 0 for 2. The 0-1 pitch. Shot foul. The count now 0-2.
Right-hander Jeremiah Estrada warming up in the Padres bullpen. Both of the bullpens out in left center field. They're terraced.
On an 0-2 pitch. Morejon misses high. Yeah, it's a unique setup. They're just right on top of each other. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Morejon deals, and Betts waves at strike 3. 1 gone in the 6th. Come to Dodger Stadium for what's a national holiday now in the Vassay household. Blake Snell bobblehead night. June 16th against the Padres. Be one of the first 40,000 fans in attendance. Take home a special Blake Snell bobblehead presented by 76. Dodgers.com/promotions is where you got to go. Freddie Freeman at the plate. Morejon misses high with a heater. Ball 1. Freeman's 0 for 2. He's grounded out twice on the infield.
That was good.
Thank you. Got you there, huh? You weren't expecting that. Freddie playing through injury. Ankle and the quad as he swings over the top of a fastball low and in. 1-1. Freddie also trying to find the groove in his swing. Say that for a guy who's batting .346. 1-1 pitch. Bounce back to the mound. It went off the glove of Morejon. Machado going from third. And Freeman turned up the gear down the line. He's going to reach on an infield single. But you just hope that he didn't tweak anything. As soon as he saw that misplay by Morejon, Freddie put the pedal to the floor. And he will reach.
Well, he went down the line, but he made sure once he got past the bag that he kind of let momentum slowly drop down.
And so a 1-out infield single for Freeman forces another Padre pitching change. They're going to go to a right-hander Estrada to face Will Smith. Game tied at 1.
Like build this for them and spend the last year of coming up with this concept and getting it off the ground and getting everybody here. Like, it just feels really good to have everybody coming and experiencing the thing that we've been working so hard on. To be able to like take the experiences of Comic-Con and add that to a card show just is really fulfilling, because as somebody who grew up going to card shows and still goes to the same card show in the same church basement in Trumbull, Connecticut every month, like, it's great. Card shows are amazing, but to be able to add all of this experience is what makes this great.
Anytime we can put on these uniforms, the same ones that those guys played before us in the Negro Leagues, it's an honor to put it on and that's to share this field with them.
It's a piece of history, so I mean, to be able to wear it present day is honestly an unreal feeling. Once the lights are on and the anthem takes place and you're standing there on the line, it'll sink in as to what this moment really means, because I do think it's a meaningful day.
Share the good times at Shakey's today.
Squabble up, squabble up, squabble up, squabble up.
Pitching change for San Diego. Brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Your 15-minute drive through oil change with locations throughout Southern California.
That's where you have to really be conscious of Freeman's leg if you're Dino Evil, the third base coach, on a gapper that's hit either down the line or to the power alleys with Freeman at first base.
Game tied at 1, top of the 6th. Freeman on first, 1 out. Will Smith at the plate facing Jeremiah Estrada. 33rd game for the right-hander. First pitch. Fastball at 98, upstairs, ball 1. Estrada grew up a Dodger fan, now a massive part of the Padre bullpen. A revelation for them a year ago, coming over from the Cubs organization. The pitch. Estrada pulls a breaking ball outside. 2-0 on Smith. Couple trips up there for Smith today. He's 0 for 2. He struck out once against Randy Vasquez. Estrada now the third pitcher of the game. Here comes the 2-0. Smith could lay off the high fastball. That would have been ball 3. Instead, it's strike 1. Freeman short lead off first. Not a real threat to run. The 2-1 pitch from Estrada. Upstairs with the fastball again. That is ball 3. 3-1 for Smith.
A big gap in left center field. They bunch Smith really to right center, even though the infield's playing to pull.
Here comes the 3-1. Upstairs, ball 4. Estrada comes out of the bullpen and walks the first guy he faces. First and second for a slumping Teoscar Hernandez. No better time than the present to break out of said slump.
Hernandez came in and since coming off the injured list, just 171 of the batting average. He's gone down twice today on breaking pitches.
First and second, 1 out, top of the 6th, game tied at 1. First pitch from Estrada, upstairs, and a ball. And Maldonado, the catcher, along with pitching coach Ruben Niebla, are going to have a visit with Estrada.
And that was a slider that missed badly.
Estrada pitched in the opener of this series, an inning and a third of hitless baseball, and he struck out 1, didn't walk any. Teoscar Hernandez, this is something we talked about in the pregame show, well, I want to say, with Teo. Remember, he started the year like gangbusters, especially with runners in scoring position. He was an RBI machine. But in risk situations for Teoscar, since the 27th of May, he is 0 for his last 16 with 7 strikeouts. We discussed it earlier. Teoscar's focus has been keeping that front hip, his left hip, square and prevent it from flying open and let the ball travel a little bit more. But he has not been able to track the baseball.
And by travel more, you let the ball come to you instead of you going out to catch the ball.
First and second, the 1-0 pitch. That's low, ball 2. And so now Teoscar really can put Estrada in a keyhole because he has been erratic out of the bullpen, just walked Will Smith. 6 of his first 7 pitches have been balls. So if he is not in your perfect window, you need not swing. 2-0. That is a fastball down the pipe. If that's not where you're looking, I don't know where you're looking. Strike 1 was taken. Teoscar twirls the bat, drops it to his right shoulder on a 2-1 pitch. He launches a high drive, dead center field. No doubt, Teoscar Hernandez breaks the tie with a 2-run bomb.
Welcome back, Teo.
Home run number 11 for Teoscar Hernandez. That is how you break out of a slump. 420 feet, Rick Monday.
Every inch of it was hit. And he got a good pitch. He got the count in his direction. And Daniel's Jewelers, proud sponsor to Trip Around the Diamond, your family jeweler since 1948. Visit danielsjewelers.com/baseball for a free baseball bracelet, along with $50 off a $99 coupon.
3-1 Dodgers now. Max Muncy takes a strike at the top of the zone. Boy, did Teoscar Hernandez need that swing.
That's just what the doctor ordered.
First homer since May 21st for Teo, and he absolutely torched it. Now Muncy pulls the ball in the air, right center field gap. This ball will get down in between Tatis and Merrill. So Muncy aboard.
Well, they get a lot of space in right center field.
Dodgers 4, Padres 1 on one long swing from Teoscar Hernandez. And now another mound visit. This is just the infield, and it's really just to give time to the Padre bullpen to get loose because Jeremiah Estrada just hasn't had it his first 11 pitches. That drive by Teoscar, the best drive of the game, presented by Edmunds. See how much your car is worth by going to Edmunds.com. Pajes, ground ball to third. Machado in the glove, goes to second for one. They're going to try and turn two, but cannot. That was an interesting decision by Machado. The ground ball really hugging the third base line, threw across his body. He makes it look so much more routine and easy than it is. They went to Cronenworth at the bag at second to get the lead runner, Muncy. Trying to be aggressive, turning two.
Has one of the strongest throwing arms, I think, in baseball from the third base position.
Now 2 outs. Pajes trades places with Muncy on first base. Michael Conforto back to the plate. The last time we saw him was in the 5th.
And saw him briefly.
He exited stage left center.
On the first pitch of that at bat.
Now the Dodgers lead 4-1. Estrada's fastball way high, and Maldonado telling Estrada, hey, take it easy, slow it down. It was a great swing from Conforto following the lead he started yesterday with that RBI single in the 8th. Takes a fastball in the outer third, 1-1. Teoscar Hernandez with a tie-breaking, towering 3-run home run. Now a 1-1 pitch from Estrada out of the stretch. Conforto with a good cut, but he fouls it back into the net, strike 2. One ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And Conforto pokes it foul to see at least one more. You know, you say this for Teoscar Hernandez. It has been a long ride on the struggle bus the last few weeks, both offensively and defensively, but he has been the same consummate teammate throughout. First guy out of the top step when other guys have hit home runs, always with a smile. Another 1-2. Conforto lines a base hit up the middle. Oh, excuse me, it's stopped by Iglesias at short. What a play by Jose Iglesias, going to his left on the second base side of the bag. On the dirt, got up, spun and fired to throw to retire Conforto. Pajes is stranded on the bases, but the damage was done. Teoscar Hernandez, a 3-run shot to make it.
There are still many seasons left in your Major League career, Leo, but you can take steps now that will help secure your baseball legacy. Try to prioritize longevity over instant gratification in your personal and professional life. Getting clear on your ambitions and creating an ironclad plan for achieving them will set you up nicely for future honors.
Dodgers baseball device. LA Dodgers baseball continues on its official home.
Dodgers have a 4-1 lead thanks to the 3-run home run from Teoscar Hernandez in the top of the 6th. Now the bottom half will start with a pitching change for the Dodgers. Jack Dreyer now on the mound, the lefty facing the left-handed hitting Luis Arraez. Brought to my attention that I said it was a 2-run home run and a 3-1 lead. So confirms what you already knew, Mo, and that is that I'm an idiot. Ball 1 from Dreyer to Arraez.
No, just you're going to be counting. Either remove the gloves or take off your shoes.
There's a strike from Dreyer to level the count. The Dodger bullpen is rested here for the last half of this finale.
Sorry, we'll get you an abacus.
Thank you. Bean counter for
chalkboard.
Ball 2 in the dirt.
Rocks.
Yes, that's what I mean. Just Jack Dreyer takes a deep breath and readies for his 2-1 to Arraez. He misses low and in the dirt. That's ball 3. Now, Dodgers just took the lead. Do not want to walk the leadoff man out of the bullpen. If he's going to get you, make the 3-time batting champ get you. The pitch. Upstairs, ball 4. And indeed, a leadoff walk. The hard-working Chevy Silverado, built on a legacy of long-lasting dependability. See your Southern California Chevy dealer today or shop now at SoCalChevy.com.
Definitely not the way to start off an inning.
Now Manny Machado at the plate. He's 0 for 2 today, but still hitting .323 this year. Dreyer's first pitch fastball is a little too high. That was close. And Will Smith going to trot out there and have a conversation with Dreyer. Last time we saw the rookie lefty was Sunday in St. Louis, 2/3 of an inning, 28 pitches thrown. You recall, though, 13 of them came in one plate appearance for Ryan Vilade. He worked a walk. I actually talked to Jack about that yesterday. I said, hey, like, how did that sit with you? Because that last pitch was close. The call could have gone either way. And he said, I didn't let that bother me. Obviously, more pitches than I would have liked, but I executed how I wanted to. Just took it as another learning experience. Didn't get too frustrated. He was just disappointed that he couldn't get another out for the pen. After the mound visit, he gets a ground ball foul on the third base side. That squares the count for Machado, 1-1. Bases got a runner on first. Ground ball to third. Muncy in the glove. Goes to second. Kim. Sidearm throw. He threw it into the Padre dugout. And Ha-Seong Kim was trying to complete the 5-4-3 double play. The throw was not even close to Freddie Freeman.
Well, you weren't going to get close anyway. That's where you've got to understand and who can run and who can't. There was no chance to get Machado on the double play. The ball was not hit that sharply. It was not a good throw. As far as a quick throw, because of a slowly hit ball, and just a terrible throw.
And an error on Kim gives Machado an extra base because the throw went into the dugout. So something for the rookie to remember. Just put it in your pocket. Strike one thrown to Jackson Merrill. Left on left here for Dreyer. Machado on second, one down in the bottom of the sixth. It's the Dodgers 4 and the Padres 1. The pitch. Swing and a miss, just ate him up with a fastball up and in. On an 0-2 pitch from Dreyer. Jackson Merrill takes a fastball up and away. Dreyer out of the stretch, looks back at Machado on second. Turns his attention to Merrill, and then with Machado dancing, Dreyer then kicks off the back of the mound to disengage and look Machado back to the bag. So Manny has his attention. It's not just because of the bright neon Volt green Jordans that he is wearing. Now the 1-2 pitch. Merrill slashed it the other way for a base hit. In the glove of Conforto. Stop sign held up at third. The throw in cut off by Muncy. First and third, only one out. Tying run coming to the plate with Gavin Sheets. A 2-strike base hit for Jackson Merrill. Gavin Sheets 1 for 2 with a base hit. 11 homers and 38 RBI this year. The rookie in a little bit of a jam. First and third, one out. His first pitch slider is low. Ball 1.
Outfield the opposite way. Not particularly deep. Arraez in center.
The 1-0 pitch. That's low again with the slider. Ball 2. Another left-on-left opportunity for Dreyer.
Well, you'd love to get the ground ball, possibly to double play and get out of this predicament.
4-1 the Dodgers lead, but the Padres threatening in the sixth. The 2-0 pitch. High fastball fouled straight back by Sheets. That would have been ball 3. Instead, it's strike 1 for Dreyer. Machado on third, Merrill on first. Dreyer kicks and deals. Sheets swings and sends it high in the air, right of center field. Andy Pages getting into position. Machado tagging at third, and he will score on the sac fly. Pages just throws into second to keep Merrill on first. It's now 4-2, the Dodgers lead. Not that you were expecting Andy Pages to try and be a hero, but you appreciate that he did not in that situation. Did not want to put another runner into scoring position. Knew that the odds of getting Machado, based on where that ball was hit, Mo, were low, even for Pages.
Yeah, that ball was hit too deep to think about it. But in your haste, you don't want to increase the opportunity for the other team. Keep the runner.
Wow. Old school D-backs jersey. This was our alternate jersey that we wore on Saturdays. I was the first team to wear the new colors. They called it Sedona Red. Don't mess up that color. Every time I wore this jersey, I would wear the high socks, black jersey, black hat. I just thought it was a really smooth look, and this is one that I'll never forget.
What is it that kind of got you hooked as a foodie, so to speak?
My dad was really into food when I was a kid. He traveled for work and he would go to places all over Europe and stuff. He was in sales and I feel like he would come home and try and cook the things he ate overseas. And so as a kid, I was exposed to a lot of like stuff that kids aren't usually exposed to. And so I credit my dad for that.
College. Roll at a California community college. With more than 200 career education programs at your fingertips, your future can be anything you imagine.
I can make good money doing what I love.
Classes can fill up quickly, so enroll today at icangotocollege.com.
Where are you? And I'm so sorry.
The right-hander Kirby Yates replacing Jack Dreyer in the bottom of the sixth. The Padres scored a run on Gavin Sheets' sacrifice fly, so it's now a 4-2 Dodger lead. Merrill on first, Xander Bogaerts at the plate with 2 out. Yates readies and deals. First pitch gets a swing and a miss. Bogaerts whiffed on a fastball. Former Padre, second appearance of the series for Yates. Pickoff attempt. Merrill head first slide. He's safe before Freeman could swipe the tag over. Yates got the victory on Monday night in the opener. Pitched an inning, a walk, and a couple of Ks. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Bogaerts swings and misses again. This was a fastball down the middle. Yates trying to preserve the Dodger lead. 4-2 in the sixth. He's ahead of Bogaerts, 0-2. Sets up on the third base side. Merrill takes off for second, and Bogaerts pokes it to right field. Teoscar Hernandez came in, then now has to go back, and he makes the catch. So Yates comes in and does the job, stranding Merrill. We are through.
I feel like food and sharing a meal with someone is a universal language. You can't go to a ballpark and not have a nice hot dog. So if I'm at the ballpark, I'm gonna get a nice heavy glizzy. You gotta have chili on there, you gotta have cheese. If your hot dog isn't bending in the middle because it's like about to fall apart, then you're not doing it right. So you gotta have a glizzy and then something cold, whatever it is, beer, lemonade. You gotta have something cold to wash that hot dog down with.
Your mobile streaming right to your mobile device. LA Dodgers baseball continues.
It is a day game here in San Diego. The Dodgers lead the finale 4-2. Sung Kim leads off against the new pitcher, left-hander Yuki Matsui. First pitch, top of the zone, north of it, but still called strike one. 29th appearance for Matsui. His ERA 3.38, 26 2/3 innings. He's got 30 strikeouts. Just 2 home runs allowed. The 0-1 pitch. Kim swings and fouls back a second strike. Sung 0 for 1. He was hit by a pitch in the third and then grounded out in the fifth.
So he's had more trouble throwing against right-handed batters so far this season. He's got less than half of his pitches that he's thrown to right-handers have been strikes.
Matsui's 0-2. Hesitates and misses, pulling a fastball low and away. Now, Hesson getting a chance to face the left-hander in Matsui. Now, Kim, so far this year, 3 for 3 facing lefties. 2 of those hits have gone for extra bases. Matsui holds that front right leg and now deals. And Kim hits a fly ball to center field. Merrill's there waiting. 1 gone.
Well, join us at Dodger Stadium anytime. How about the 17th of this month? These same Padres will be in. So if you're one of the first 40,000 fans in attendance, you'll receive a World Series replica trophy presented by Budweiser. Come out and join us. Dodgers.com/promotions.
Shohei Ohtani's 4th trip to the plate. He's 0 for 3 today. Matsui's first pitch. Ohtani pulls off of it and swings through a strike. One out, nobody on. 4-2 Dodgers in the 7th. Ohtani not even close. Flails at a breaking ball.
Yeah, when he completed that swing, he was looking in the first base dugout. I mean, that's how much he was turning around, how early he was. And that ball's almost a foot outside that he offered
to. Behind 0-2. Pitch just got off before the pitch clock expired, and Matsui missed low and away with the ball. Pitch clock again working down. 5-4. Matsui setting up first base side. 2-1. They're going to give him that pitch.
Well, the
that
clock
was
had
the pitch
expired.
clock.
Eric Bacchus, a home plate umpire, flinched and still allowed him to make the pitch.
And he got a swing and a miss. Strike 3 for Ohtani.
Well, the clock had expired, and again, Bacchus, the home plate umpire, flinched when it went to 0. And then it was after that Matsui came out of the stretch position.
That was lenient, to say the least, but Shohei Ohtani looked awful in that AB. He strikes out for a second time. He's 0 for 4. So now here's Mookie Betts. First pitch swinging and missing. Dodgers 4, Padres 2. Top of the 7th. Dodgers trying to push the lead in the late innings as they try and take the rubber game of the series. Mookie's 0 for 3. He struck out his last trip up. On an 0-1 pitch. Betts rips it through the left side. A 2-out base hit for Mookie.
Matsui's kept the ball in the ballpark. He's not allowed a home run in his last 17 innings that he has pitched.
Freddie Freeman takes his turn with 2 out. We'll see another mound visit for the Padres. Ruben Niebla. Bullpen is warming, so this is a multi-purpose visit. We're going to pause 10 seconds for station identification here on the World Champion Dodgers Audio Network.
The home of the world champion LA Dodgers. KLAC KYSR HD2 Los Angeles. Make us a preset on the free iHeartRadio app.
Right-hander Jason Adam is throwing in the Padre bullpen, presumably to face Will Smith, who's on deck, or I think ideally, if you're Mike Schilt, you're saying, okay, we wouldn't see Adam until the 8th inning. Right now we're in the 7th. 2 outs and Betts is on first. The Dodgers lead 4-2. Freddie Freeman is the batter. He's 1 for 3. And an infield single that the hobbled Freeman legged out in the 6th. Came around to score on Teoscar Hernandez's 3-run home run, not a 2-run home run like a moronic broadcaster called it. So Freddie trying to go 2 for his last 2. First pitch spiked by Matsui, well in front of the plate, ball 1.
So far, that meeting didn't go that well.
Unless that was a pitch design, just throw it 4 feet in front of home plate, see if he swings. So maybe he'll be playing cricket this time. Alas, that didn't happen. Nice. 1-0 for Freeman.
A sticky wicket.
Betts with a short lead. Lefty Matsui holding first base side, the pitch. And Freddie was in between, tried to hold up a swing, ended up fouling away a strike. Freddie chance here, the Dodger faithful that travel down to Petco Park. It is countered by Padre fans booing. Left on left here in the 7th. Matsui's 1-1, and Freddie swings over the top with a breaking ball. That was low. That's strike 2. The 2-strike pitch. Freddie down swinging. So Mookie's 2-out single is stranded. We're going to stretch at Petco Park. The Dodgers 4 and the Padres 2.
Oppo Taco.
I'm going to guess it's an opposite field, upper deck, maybe something like a...
Yeah, home run to the opposite field. You got it.
This is a good one, a hack.
I don't know. I mean, is it the same as like the layman's term hack, like a bad chef?
You've guessed correctly.
Okay.
Someone's a hack, you know, someone that's just mailing it in.
Yeah.
They're not putting their heart into it.
The beauty of this jersey is the feel, the texture, the thin, the stitching is heavy, so you kind of feel that jersey that was very heavy. Check it out, the last name and the number, they have a little glitter on them, so they kind of stack up. It just feels right. I had some really cool cleats to go with it. The way it gets dirty when you slide, it just kind of like rubs off on that glitter. It's really, really cool.
Bottom of the 7th inning is brought to you by Bank of America, the official bank of the Los Angeles Dodgers. It's a 4-2 lead. Entering the bottom of the 7th, Michael Kopech, his 2nd appearance of the year.
I'll get him back into the fold, and this is a big man to have in that bullpen and be able to come out, and especially when you're talking about the real meat and potatoes part of a ball game in the 7th, 8th, and 9th.
It'll be the bottom of the order in the 7th, 7, 8, and 9. The first pitch from Kopech, a fastball at 99. Strike 1, taken by Cronenworth. Padres' second baseman is 1 for 2 with a base hit. Swinging a foul ball back, 99 at the top of the zone, hitting to the net behind home plate. Quickly 0-2 for Kopech. His season debut on this road trip in St. Louis. Taking time. Kasparius is ready to roll. Or excuse me, Kopech is ready to roll. Kasparius started this game, then gave way to the bullpen. Ground ball left side. Muncy over to his left. The throw to Freeman in the dirt, but he picks it out. Out number one. Nice play from Muncy. The infield was shifted over, so Muncy was basically in the 6 hole. And that's a big first out.
Not only a nice play, but a nice defensive alignment as well. I mean, you really come down to it. It's amazing what the scouting reports will show. Every time there's a new pitcher, they pass out different defensive cards that show you exactly where the Dodgers are predicting a ball is going to be hit off that particular hitter against that particular pitcher.
1 out, nobody on. Pitch up and in. Ball 1 on the pinch hitter, Tyler Wade. The left-handed hitter comes off the bench in the spot of Iglesias, who's a righty. Kopech deals 99 down the heart, strike 1, and an even count. Dodgers 4, Padres 2. Kopech kicks and fires. Misses downstairs with the fastball again at 99. So the velocity is there for Kopech, which is an encouraging sign. Not that that is the be-all, end-all for him or any reliever.
No, but it's a nice beginning.
Yeah. 99 inside corner. Yeah. He's squeezed ball 3. Kopech, of course, made his Dodger debut last year in this very ballpark. 3-1 pitch. 98 outside corner. Called ball 4. So a couple of close pitches. To end that plate appearance, Wade took them both. They were both called a ball. And so that brings the tying run to the plate once again for San Diego. A second straight pinch hitter for Mike Shildt. Instead of Martin Maldonado, it's a fellow catcher in Elias Diaz. He represents the tying run. The top of the order is on deck. 4-2, bottom 7, 1 on, 1 out. The pitch in the dirt. Backhand stopped by Smith to keep Wade on first. Kopech out of the stretch, third base side of the rubber, close stance. His pitch is 97 up and in. Diaz has to spin out of the way.
He spun when the ball was well past him.
He was starting his swing, trying to stay. He stepped kind of in toward the plate, and then was like, oh, that's coming to buzz the tower. By the time he realized it, to your point, it's already in Smith's glove. Now the 2-0. Swing and a miss, 99. Right at the top of the zone, and Diaz couldn't catch up to it.
Yeah, Diaz was trying to cheat. He opened up a little bit too soon. It's another spot, too. Ball hit to the outfield. You know, you like to get the runner at third, but make sure the batter runner does not wind up in scoring position.
Now the pitch. 2-1, up and in again, this time at 98. And Padre fans are booing, but they have to recognize the situation here. Michael Kopech is not looking to walk pinch hitters in the 8 and 9 spot to face Fernando Tatis Jr. As the go-ahead run.
You're not trying to put the tying run on base.
Kopech trying to find it. A 3-1 pitch to Diaz. Up and in, ball 4, and Diaz looks back at Kopech, tosses the bat in frustration. He came out onto the grass and now heads down to first. And so Kopech back-to-back walks to a pair of pinch hitters, light-hitting pinch hitters, and now you have Fernando Tatis Jr.
Well, now this is an uphill battle. You've got decent speed at second in the runner with Wade. Not much speed at all in Diaz at first. And Tatis, when he decides to run, has some of the best speed in baseball.
Mound visit from Mark Pryor ends up being a quick one.
I think the other thing, too, Steve, in this spot, because of the speed of Tatis on a ground ball. Make sure you get one. Oh, you'd love to have a double play, but not likely, not with the speed. So make sure of one.
Kopech walked 11 in 6 1/3 rehab innings in AAA OKC before he came back up to the big club. He just walked the tying runs on base in the bottom of the 7th, and then he misses upstairs to Tatis, ball 1. 4-2 Dodgers, but San Diego has the top of the order at the plate. On a 1-0 pitch, Tatis takes a strike on the inside corner. Kopech went to a breaking ball there, as he's been unable to locate the heater. First and second, one out. Out of the stretch, the 1-1. That's a cutter down and away, ball 2. Power on the mound, power at the plate. Two-one pitch. 97, dotted on the outside corner. That squares the count up, 2-2. Kopech trying to hang on to a 2-run lead in the 7th. The 2-2 pitch, way upstairs. Ball 3 and a full count. You have a contact hitter and Luis Arraez on deck.
Yeah, and what Kopech is missing, he's missing by feet, not by just inches.
High leverage spot for Kopech in his second appearance off the injured list. Here's the payoff. Down and in, ball 4. He has walked the bases loaded. Three straight walks. The pinch hitting Tyler Wade, the pitch hitting Martin Maldonado, and then Fernando Tatis Jr., and that is all for Michael Kopech. Dave Roberts is giving him the hook. He is forced to go to Tanner Scott with one out and the bases loaded in the bottom of the 7th. The back end of the bullpen plan has not been smooth.
I'm Jonathan Mayo, and for more than 20 years, I've traced the path of baseball's rising stars, navigating the back roads of the national pastime and basking in the glow of small-town America's spirit, where the team is woven into the fabric of everyday life, where it's more than just a game. It's a celebration of the people, the traditions, and the culture that give these places their soul. This is Grassroots.
I'm gonna go check out Food Truck Row. So, what did you guys get today?
Philly cheesesteaks.
Both of you got the same thing. Are they that good?
Oh, yeah.
Got a hot dog and some fries.
Just kind of basic ballpark.
Chicken bacon sandwich.
Philly
cheesesteak.
Okay.
And some
crinkle cut fries.
Okay, where are you guys from?
We're from Dallas.
Dallas. That's what's fun about baseball. It brings different regions together, not just the ball and glove and bat, but what we're eating.
And ranked in one hospital in California and ranked in top 10 nationally for pediatrics. Whether it's routine checkups or life-saving treatments, Children's Hospital Los Angeles is where families turn. Find an all-star doctor today at chla.org.
The Dodgers are trying to gift the Padres a comeback here the last couple innings. Walks and errors, making life difficult on him. Anthony Banda inherits a bases-loaded one-out jam in the bottom of the 7th. The Dodgers lead 4-2. Luis Arraez, a 3-time batting champ, a left-handed hitter at the plate. The pitch in the dirt, good block by Smith. That was spiked in front of home plate. And another ball from a Dodger pitcher.
One of the best contact hitters in the game, even with 2 strikes. Arraez has hit .327 even with 2 strikes on him this year.
Better average against right-handed pitchers than lefties, facing a southpaw in Banda. A 1-0. Popped him up. Right side of the infield. Freddie Freeman inside the line. Reaches out. That's out number 2. A huge out for Banda. 2 gone.
Infield fly rule as soon as that ball went up into the air.
Not out of the woods yet. In fact, you're deeper into it because Manny Machado is at the plate now, and he crushes lefties. Bases loaded, 2 outs in the 7th, a 2-run game. Hold on, folks. Fastball high, ball 1.
He also crushes fastballs. The last 2 years, Machado's hit .330 against the heaters.
Kopech walked the bases loaded. He is watching top step, hoping Banda can get out of the jam. Fastball away. That's ball 2.
And Machado career .351 with bases loaded and has 12 career grand slams.
The Padres MVP in the box. Banda hiding the ball at the belt. The 2-0 pitch. Up and away, ball 3. Petco Park smells blood in the water. Nowhere to put Machado. 3-0, Banda deals. Machado swings, hits a ball on the ground. Mookie Betts, backhand 6-hole, throws off his balance. Freddie's there, and they got him!
What a play by Betts, and what a pick by Freddie Freeman. And for Machado, he offers it a 3-0 pitch with bases loaded. But what a play by Betts. Got rid of it in a hurry because he knows the speed of Machado, and Freddie used all the 6'5" reach.
Banda inherited the bases loaded, and he left them loaded. The Dodgers still lead 4-2.
So the reason I got to Cooperstown is because I played with Cal, and I played with Eddie, and I played with some of the greatest players ever. And, you know, I just had to figure out how I did my job, and I was honored to have some of the best players that ever played put on uniforms, and they happen to be Oriole uniforms. If there's ever any doubt that I'm 78, all I got to do is look at my old cards, and I know.
South side of Chicago, where are you at? This was the first time I got traded, but I was so excited to wear these pinstripes and be a South side of Chicago boy. This jersey right here is an all-star jersey. You can see on the back the all-stars and the all-star patch there. Being an all-star and being who I was called over there to be was something I was real proud of.
Top of the 8th inning is brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa, the MVP for fun, food, and good times. Less than 90 minutes from wherever you are. Morongo, celebrating 20 years of good times. Tense times at Petco Park. Series finale for the Dodgers and Padres. It's the Dodgers 4 in San Diego 2. Top of the 8th. Features Will Smith leading off. First pitch called a high strike from Jason Adam, the right-hander out of the bullpen.
Boy, what a play to end the bottom of the 7th inning. Mookie Betts in the hole. The backhand didn't look like he's going to have any chance at all. And then Freeman picks it in a big, big stretch at first.
0-1. Smith swings, pops it in the air. First base side. Diaz in front of his own dugout. The ball bounced on the second step, and the coaches were in the way. I don't know if Diaz would have been able to make the play anyway. 2 strikes on Smith. 4, 5, and 6 for the Dodgers here in the 8th, trying for some insurance. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball, low and away. Adam became a star in the Tampa Bay Rays bullpen, was another one of the huge 2024 acquisitions for the Padre front office. Heavily used this year as a dependable right-hander. Nearly hit Smith with a fastball at 94, just off the hands. 2-2 now. The pitch. Misses high, full count. So Smith has gone from down 0-2 to full 3-2. Now the payoff pitch. Smith pokes it the other way. What an AB for Will Smith. An opposite field leadoff base hit in the 8th.
Well, it's wonderful as a hitter when you have confidence that you can make contact regardless of the count. I mean, from 0-2 to 3-2, and not a bad pitch. That's a slider down and away, and somehow, some way, Will Smith winds up with a base hit.
Now Teoscar Hernandez back to the plate. It was Teo who stepped up in the top of the 6. A tie-breaking 3-run shot to make it 4-1. It's now 4-2. Smith on in the 8th, nobody out. Adam gives him strike 1. Teoscar Hernandez went to dead center field, 420 feet. First home run since May 21st. The pitch. A high fastball from Adam. 1 ball and 1 strike. Smith with a short lead. Adam on the first base side of the mound. Kicks and fires. Teoscar swings through. Strike 2. A pitch that had some run toward the right-handed hitting Hernandez. Teo asks for time. He's granted it. Steps back in. Taps the plate. Twirls it once toward Adam. Couple of waggles. Now rests the bat on his back shoulder. On a 1-2 pitch. Teoscar hits it high in the air to center field. I don't think he got all of this one. Merrill, a couple steps in front of the warning track, makes the catch for the first out. So Max Muncy's turn. 1 on, 1 out in the 8th. The Dodgers up by 2. Tanner Scott warming in the bullpen. Anthony Bonda just wiggled out of a bases-loaded jam. Michael Kopech walked him loaded in the bottom of the 7th. Bonda came in, got a pop-out, and a ground ball to the left side that Mookie Betts and Freddie Freeman teamed up for to make a terrific inning-ending play. Ball 1 away from Muncy. Muncy 1 for 2 with a walk and a base hit today. Eyeballs Adams low and away. 1-1 the count. Adam peeks over his front left shoulder at Smith on first. Now deals the 2-0. Muncy chops it foul toward the right side. Two balls and a strike. The pitch. Muncy waves at strike 2. 1 on, 1 out. Now a 2-2 pitch. Muncy rips it to right field for a base hit. Will Smith is going to go station to station. He'll hold up at second. 2 aboard for Andy Pages. Andy 1 for 3. Singled in the second. Lined out in the 5th. And grounded into a fielder's choice in the 6th.
Just 1 for 2 so far in this game with runners in scoring position.
First and second, 1 out.
This.
Adam to Pages. Outside and a ball.
We might add it was a very big one. That was the Teoscar Hernandez home run.
Adam deals. Pages in between swing. Waves at a pitch tailed inside. 1-1 the count. Adam looks back at Smith on second. Comes home to Pages. Swinging a foul ball back. 1 ball and 2 strikes. All 4 Dodger runs today coming via the long ball. Conforto, who is on deck, with a solo home run in the 5th to tie it. And then the aforementioned bomb from Teo to break that tie. Made it 4-1. The Padres have since gotten 1 back. So a 4-2 ball game in the 8th. It's a big spot. Insurance runs on the base paths. Adams 1-2 pitch. Pages takes inside corner, called strike 3. Not much debate from Pages, just a great pitch selection and execution from Adam and Diaz. 2 gone. It's up to Michael Conforto in the 8th. First and second, now 2 out. A 2-run lead for the Dodgers. First pitch is low. Check swing. Did he go? No, he did not.
There's something a little bit unusual. Is if Conforto gets aboard, Song Kim will be the batter. And yet it's Kike Hernandez who's in the on-deck circle. Right-handed hitter.
Conforto pulls it in the air to right field. Tatis waited a moment, now comes in and makes the catch. So Smith and Muncy both singled. They're first and second, 1 out, but the Dodgers unable to bring them home. In the
It is into the upper deck. Back to the boys in blue. The world champion LA Dodgers audio network. Never gets old.
Tonight's game brought to you by First 5 California. 1 in 3 children are at risk of toxic stress, but there are things parents can do to help. Learn how to overcome it at first5california.com. Tanner Scott on in the bottom of the 8th. The Dodgers 4, the Padres 2. 4, 5, and 6 due up against the Dodger lefty and the former Padre lefty. Slider outside, ball 1 to Jackson Merrill. Merrill's 1 for 3 with a base hit. He's hitting .305 this year. The pitch, swing and a miss, fastball up and in at 97. Tanner Scott got the save on Monday night, the opener in extra innings. Gave up a run, but of course unearned with the zombie runner on second. Goes right back to the fastball up and in. Gets another swing and a miss to jump in front of Merrill, 1-2. That save was the 12th of the season for Scott. He was asked afterwards, hey, what was it like being back here in San Diego against your former team? And Scott was like, just another ball game. 98 away from Merrill. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Tipped in and out of the glove of Smith, so Merrill stays alive, and that was a fastball located inside. Scott readies for a 2-2, and it's a non-competitive slider way outside. Ball 3 and now a full count. Tying run on deck for the Padres. The 3-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Put a fastball by him at 98. It was perhaps ball 4 outside, but Merrill could not lay off of it.
It would have been ball 4. Boy, that had some good cut action. It just kept going away and going away.
Left-hander Gavin Sheets digs in. He's 1 for 2 with a base hit and a sac fly. Shows bunt, tries to push it down the third base line, but he pushes it foul for a strike. The Dodger defense was playing back. Of course, Sheets he's a big boy, Mo, and he's kind of regarded for his slug ability.
Yeah, that's a big man to go bunt.
We give Scott strike 1. Here's the pitch. Now he keeps the bat on the shoulders, and the slider is yanked away from the left-hander. 1-1. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. High fastball at 97 from Scott. Dodgers 4, Padres 2. They need 5 more outs. The pitch, and Sheets spoils the slider, pokes it foul into the second deck to our left. Monday night, when Scott came out of the pen for the 10th, he threw 16 pitches, 12 strikes. Another 1-2. Sheets is jammed, pops it in the air, third base side. Muncy drifts over. Now along the line, he reaches up and makes the grab. That's out number 2 in the 8th. If the Dodger bullpen can get the Padres in order, they would avoid having to see the top of the order again today.
Bingo.
Here's Xander Bogaerts in the 6th spot. Watches a first pitch fastball for a strike.
Yeah, and you can underline, use exclamation marks and everything else. Avoid the big bats.
2 outs, nobody on. The Dodgers ahead by a pair. And Bogaerts can't catch up to 97 outside. Quickly 0-2. Scott exhales and fires. Bogaerts hits it on the ground to second. Kike Hernandez in the glove. Shuffles and throws. It's a 1-2-3 8th inning for Tanner Scott. Sends the Padres down in order and preserves a 4-2 Dodger lead.
La energía solar es un recurso responsable para un futuro mejor. En el Banco BHD hacemos uso de energía asequible, segura y sostenible. Banco BHD, el futuro que quiere.
Here we are, Arlington, Texas. This is the Graham Slam Burger. So 2 patties, brisket, caramelized onion, American cheese, ranch aioli, or ranch mayo, if you will.
Oh yeah, we're in Texas.
Yeah.
something that you definitely want to take a picture of and just put on the gram. I took a bite of it, but it still looks dope.
It's a burger that looks great, but also delicious.
Official home.
New pitcher for the Padres, the lefty Wandy Peralta. He was the losing pitcher on Monday night. Gave up the 2 runs in the top of the 10th. Here in the top of the 9th, they'll face Shohei Hernandez, Shohei Ohtani, and Mookie Betts, with the Dodgers ahead of San Diego 4-2. Kike came off the bench earlier to play some defense for Ha-Seong Kim. Now he's at the plate for the first time. Ball one outside from Peralta. 3 outs for the Dodgers to get some insurance for presumably Alex Vesia, who is up and throwing in the Dodger pen. Peralta misses again to Kike. 2 balls, no strikes. Hernandez in a little bit of a slide offensively. He's 1 for his last 15 with 8 punch-outs. The 2-0. Kike lets it fly high in the air. Shallow right center field. Merrill drifts in and makes the catch. Here in the top of the 9th, sponsored by Cars for Kids. Ready to donate your old car? Call 1-877-CARS for Kids now. Friendly agents are standing by to take your donation. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today. Shohei Ohtani hitless in this ballgame. 0 for 4 with 2 Ks. First pitch, Shohei Ohtani rips it in the right center field gap. This one's sailing, and it one hops onto the warning track, dribbles to the wall. Ohtani turning around second, heading for third. The throw in, not in time. Shohei Ohtani with a 1-out triple here in the top of the 9th inning.
Well, there's a run 90 feet away. And for Ohtani, a much better swing at a breaking ball that was out over the plate. That's a pitch he's been pulling off of a great deal, really, in this road trip.
A huge run on third. Mookie Betts the first to try and bring him home. 4-2 in the 9th. 1 on and 1 out. And after sliding in third, Shohei got kind of tangled up a little bit with Manny Machado. Peralta misses way up and away to Betts, ball 1. The throw in hit Shohei's leg, and then he and Manny kind of danced a little bit. Machado went over after, made sure he was okay. Shohei signaled that he was. Infield in for San Diego. Peralta pulls a fastball down and in on Betts. 2-0. Ohtani takes his lead off third. The throw home to Betts. Low and away, ball 3. Freddie Freeman taps the donut off the bat in the on-deck circle. He's due up next. 3-0. Betts was watching all the way, and Peralta finds the outside corner for strike 1. Peralta, ball at the letters, out of the stretch. Mookie Betts hits it on the ground to short. Wade looks Ohtani back to third base, and that is not what Mookie or the Dodgers were hoping for. Out number 2. Ahead 3-0, and then ultimately grounds out to the drawn-in infield, and Shohei cannot score. I'll say again, as if you need a reminder, that's a massive insurance run on third base. Infield drops back now with Freddie Freeman at the plate. 2 outs in the top of the ninth. The Dodgers up 4-2. First pitch, inside corner, and that should have been a strike, but it was called ball 1.
Thank you very much.
So Freeman will try to take advantage of that call. The pitch. Hit in the air, foul on the left side. Dodgers hoping for a base hit. Freddie Freeman trying to supply it. The 1-1. He takes away ball 2. Two-run game in the ninth. On a 2-1 pitch. Peralta misses low. Ball 3 for Freddie.
The infield continues to play to pull. Outfield opposite direction.
The 3-1 from Peralta. Freddie takes low, ball 4. Will Smith coming to the plate, but will he get a chance to face the lefty Peralta? It appears that Ruben Niebla is going to come out for a mound visit. There's a right-hander throwing in the Padre bullpen.
Yeah, the question is, why do you have a right-hander throwing in the bullpen if you're not going to use the right-hander? Because you've got back-to-back right-handers for the Dodgers, Will Smith and Teoscar Hernandez.
This has to be just to give time. I mean, if teams have a chance to match up with Will Smith and Teoscar Hernandez, I can't remember the last time, again, when they had a chance that they didn't go to a right-hander. First and third, 2 outs in the top of the ninth. The Dodgers 4 and the Padres 2. Shohei was on third after a 1-out triple. And now Freeman on first following his 2-out walk. Okay, so Will Smith digs in. Peralta's still on the mound. Smith will face the lefty. Here's the pitch. Smith takes a fastball in the inner third, strike 1. Smith has reached twice today. He walked and scored in the 6th. Hit a base hit his last time up in the 8th. The 0-1 is low. Count levels up.
Big gap right side of the infield. Good size gap in left center, and well off the line and left is Sheets.
The 1-1. Smith has to dance out of the way of a fastball pulled down and in. In his last plate appearance, Smith fell behind 0-2, worked it full, and then just went down and took a breaking ball the other way to right field through that right side that has a big space open here again in the ninth. 4-2 is the lead. Smith trying to tack on. The 2-1. Ground ball through the right side, a base hit. Ohtani scores, and the Dodgers get the insurance that they craved. 5-2 is the lead.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that area was so big. Because if you look at Will Smith, he handles the bat well. As you mentioned, the previous at bat, 3-2 slider away, went that direction. So they let the lefty pitch to Will Smith with the right-hander warming up, and now they'll make the pitching change. Big run for the Dodgers.
And now the hook from Mike Schilt. Put faith and trust in Peralta, and Smith made him pay. 5-2 Dodgers. First and second, 2 out. Teoscar Hernandez coming to the plate when we come back.
Welcome. Man, these seats. I know, right? Thank you, Game Time. Easiest way to find only the best deals on the best seats. I wonder how the other guys are doing.
These seats are trash. What the heck, man? I spent hours finding a deal on these. Trash.
Oof. Finding seats for prices this good is tough.
They should have used Game Time. No more endless searching. Just great options at incredible prices with their Game Time picks.
What time is it?
Game Time.
South side of Chicago, where are you at? This was the first time I got traded, but I was so excited to wear these pinstripes and be a South side of Chicago boy. This jersey right here is an all-star jersey. You can see on the back the all-stars and the all-star patch there. Being an all-star and being who I was called over there to be was something I was real proud of.
It's a rookie right-hander, David Morgan, who pitched a couple innings last night in the blowout. Gave up a run on 3 hits and 2 walks, struck out 1. He comes on in the top of the 9th here today. The Dodgers just tacked on a run. 5-2 is their lead. Freddie Freeman on second, Will Smith on first. Teoscar Hernandez is the batter. Morgan deals. Teoscar takes a breaking ball outside. Ball 1. Right now, Teoscar Hernandez is the game-winning swing. A tie-breaking 3-run home run in the 6th. The pitch. Teo takes at the knees, a little low perhaps. Called strike 1. Teoscar did not like it, but he's got to live with it. Double barrel action for the Dodgers. Both lefties, Alex Vesia and now Justin Robleski. 2 on, 2 out. The 1-1. Teoscar swings and flies it. Shallow right center. Going back. Cronenworth, who's got it! And it's Tatis at the last moment. A near collision with 3 Padres in the outfield. Avoided. That is the last out of the top of the 9th.
Wow. Old school D-backs jersey. This was our alternate jersey that we wore on Saturdays. I was the first team to wear the new colors. They called it Sedona Red. Don't mess up that color. Every time I wore this jersey, I would wear the high socks, black jersey, black hat. I just thought it was a really smooth look, and this is one that I'll never forget.
So this is MLB Network Talent Stars.
Okay.
The stars of MLB Network. Can I trade a pack of these for a signed Lauren Shahadi card?
How about we do a little bit of both? Money, a little trade.
Will you open it up and see if you like it?
They're really nice.
If I sign it, does that equal the Lauren Shahadi 20?
All right.
Do we have a good trade?
We have a good trade. Thank you so much. That was fun.
Nice doing business with you.
In commemoration of the thrilling 2024 postseason finale, presented by Budweiser. Your circle, our field. Don't miss out on this item and that champion feel. For tickets and information, visit Dodgers.com/promotions. Back to more LA Dodgers baseball.
Home run, Ohtani!
Right here on the world champion LA Dodgers Audio Network.
Bottom of the 9th about to begin. 5-2, the Dodgers lead. They lead by 3. They need 3 more outs. Alex Vesia comes out of the bullpen to face 7, 8, and 9 for the Padres. Changes behind him. Miguel Rojas off the bench, now playing second. That pushes Kike Hernandez out to left field. Michael Conforto is out of the ballgame. 33rd appearance for Vesia. His first pitch to Jake Cronenworth is a fastball, well located. Strike one on the inner third. Vesia sets. The pitch. Foul ball back. This below us and to our right. 0-2. Well, we brought it up in the 8th inning. The Dodgers bullpen trying to retire the Padres in order to avoid the top of the lineup and their big guns. On an 0-2 pitch from Vesia. Cronenworth bends back a high fastball that slipped out of Vesia's fingers. 1-2. The Padres' second baseman is 1 for 3. His lone hit, a base hit in the second. Here comes the 1-2. Got him. Froze him with a slider on the outside corner. Strike 3.
To close it out, get that leadoff man.
Dodgers up 5-2 thanks to the 2-out RBI base hit from Will Smith. Just a clutch piece of hitting from the Dodger backstop to bring in Shohei Ohtani. 1 out, the base is empty, bottom of the 9th. Here is Tyler Wade. Southern California kid watches a fastball at 94, dot the outside edge for a strike. Vesia at the letters. Comes home with the 0-1. Wade waves at strike 2. Left-hander Wade in the box. A lefty on the mound. Vesia for the Dodgers. An 0-2 offering. Spins Wade out of the way. A fastball up and in at 93. The 1-2. Wade fouls it into the net. One ball, 2 strikes. Vesia will try again. And he got him swinging. Back-to-back punch-outs for Vesia. 1 more out to go in the 9th.
Normally in spots like this, we're talking about closing it out. As Dave Roberts says, happy flight. Well, this will be happy buses.
It's the catcher, Elias Diaz, the 9th spot of the order. Ball 1 on a fastball high. Here comes the pitch. Fastball dots the top, splits the plate. Strike 1 and a level count. Diaz pinch hit for Maldonado in the 7th, drew a walk. It's a 5-2 game. The Dodgers need 1 more out. The bases are empty. Here's the 1-1 from Vesia. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Fastball by him at 94. Dodger fans on their feet at Petco Park. Vesia's 1-2 pitch. High with the heater, 2-2. Was another sellout crowd here in San Diego for the series finale and the rubber game. Vesia needs one more strike. On a 2-2 pitch. He struck him out, and that's a win for LA. Alex Vesia punches out the side in the ninth, and the Dodgers take the series by winning the finale 5-2.
Well, you talk about closing it out. 1, 2, 3, and all of them punch outs in this bullpen that we've been talking about for such a long time. Oh, they may be overworked, but boy, were they efficient again today.
Well, Mo, 3 games in this National League Division Series rematch for 2024, a series that the Dodgers acknowledged was really their World Series. The first meeting against these two teams, 3 games, 2 of them had a postseason feel.
Yeah, and if we look at regular season last year, remember the Dodgers were just 5-8 against San Diego, and then they had to come back in a division series. So they make a very loud statement. I think they also made a statement to themselves. Teoscar Hernandez did.
Oh, yeah.
He breaks out of it on that 2-1 pitch. He hits the 3-run home run. He has been scuffling, but one thing about it, he shows up, and he's in there all the time, and he has been.
Some overnight oats right before the game. My teammates look at me like, what are